can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Hey everybody, welcome to the video, and welcome to, it's going to be a Goodwill trip. 2 Goodwill trips actually in this video. So I'm just trying to get more consistent with my intros and what I'm saying. And this content is a little bit older, so I didn't really have a good intro. I didn't really like it, so I'm just reshooting it right now for you guys. And stay tuned for the trip to Goodwill. Stay tuned to the end of the video because we will go over talking points and look at a few solds. Usually when I'm doing the solds, I'm trying to do something cool, something unique. Not just your everyday, stuff that, like what we call our bread and butter, which is, stuff like in clothing, Lululemon, Madewell, shoes, like Nikes, Adidas, some cool, unusual names. And I sell a little bit of everything. A little bit of tech, a little bit of toys. We do clothing, hats, all kinds of stuff. So we have our hands in a little bit of every pot here, or every category on eBay is what I should say. Please like the video by hitting the thumbs up, and that really helps the channel and helps us grow. And subscribe. Please subscribe down below if you want to continue to see content from me. If you enjoy this content, obviously don't enjoy it, then don't subscribe. And hit the bell notification if you do want to get notified when we drop these videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's get to the video. Spot the jewelry really quick. This is where I picked up that gold Seiko watch. Should be like $200 on that. Running down the end over here, the clothing, funky jeans. Got that Burberry look here, but actually it feels kind of nice. I don't think it's Burberry though. Yeah, it's not a Burberry. Feels nice though. Got some ties, bunch of ties here today. A lot of ties. Dang, someone donated their whole tie collection. What do we got? Nordstrom, Van Heusen, Polo, Club Room, nothing there. Some bright fuchsia ties. Mallory Church. This name sounds familiar. I don't really deal too much in ties, but remember one time we found a whole lot of Jerry Garcia bow ties, and those all sold off pretty quickly. Sports teams as well too. We found some sports teams bow ties, football team bow ties, and those all went fast. Buchanan can be okay. What is it? Diana Buchanan. It's not a nice feeling purse though. Let's skip on that. Nah, we'll skip on that. Alright. Let's get up there and check out hard goods. The wood really quick and the glass, clear glass. This looks like Olga because oh no, Shannon Crystal. No, just Shannon. Moving to our normal. What I forgot to do is check the Target section over here. I have a feeling it might be more Target on Monday. Excuse me. So I got some more stuff. I got a Ninja knife block, power supply. I got this little Noah's Ark thing we're gonna look up. So interesting stuff. A little mix. Computer power supply. I heard a bin roll out over here. Let's see.
Here we go. I'll try this for, I'm gonna start me a YouTube now.
Should. Should do it. Just turn it on. Make extra money.
So how does this camera function work? You just hit this and it takes a picture or what?
Cool little Mexican glass here. Ooh, this looks like to be a set of some kind. But probably gotta be something interesting or cool. Miscellaneous pottery. Marble coasters. Might be worth it. $8 though. Take a look at that. Otherwise, I'm not saying it. Okay. Just as I suspected, the Target section isn't looking very good. So, come Monday though, this will be completely stocked. And, you know, they're brand new. So easy to list. I'm definitely willing to pay a little bit more, make a little bit less for something that's brand new in the box. Easy to picture. What is this? A manual? Was there a Lego set here? Older manuals can do okay. They gotta be old though. Like from older, and they gotta be in decent condition, decent shape. But this is not that old. Bin full of books. Books. If you see Mike, the Golden State Picker, he does these books. He buys these bins full of books and goes through them. Puts them on, puts them up on Amazon. What's this book back here? We got it. Oh, the mugs. I forgot about the mugs. Some blue jay, or a blue jay and a bunch of other birds. Cornell Lab. It's kind of a nice mug. One second. Lab. These are about $20 mugs, so for $2.89, we're definitely gonna pick that up. And it was just, why did I pick that up? Just well made, good subject matter. It's got like a bird watchers kind of vibe to it. So great mug to pick up. Look out for it. Oh, sorry. Diversify. Diversify what you sell. And as you can see, that mug was just sitting there. So, I mean, you just gotta get good and get a trained eye, be able to spot some of these things. Who knows how long? Oh, actually, it has a date on it. Let's see, how long was it sitting there? 2/16. What's today's date? 2/17. So this is just one day sitting there. So, sat there for at least 24 hours. There's always stuff to find, always categories. These mugs right here have a unique design, but they're actually not really worth anything. Actually, not anthropology. It's an anthropology bird, but not really worth too much. But this style is known as like a dentist type of cup. So if you see this kind of style of handle, I mean, it can still be used as a mug, coffee mug, tea mug. Okay, now I'm rolling around, get my second pair of eyes on everything. My wife is here, so she's obviously out and about as well too. Makes it easier if you have a couple people, and there's, you know, several couples here, resellers that are also going through the shelves and looking for stuff. It's always great to have help. Let me look up this stuff really quick before I keep walking around with it, and I'll be right back. Okay, see you. No. Okay, so we did a quick price check. We got about 15 on that one is what it could go for. Xfinity, we got about $20 what that goes for. The thing is, you get these free from our local cable provider, so that's about 20 bucks. That's probably about $40, so we'll definitely pick that up. It's only 2 bucks. That's from Avon right here. Maybe $20. Someone has it listed for 12, so I'm not going to do it. These ones, like, probably about 15. That I'm keeping for personal use, and that's about 20. So, definitely putting some stuff back. But let's keep looking. Okay. I've been down this aisle. You know what? I didn't look at the silverware. I didn't see it. Maybe there was none put out. I gotta remember. I'm looking out for some bags, bags. What is that?
Hoping I wouldn't walk around it.
Oh, from Mexico. Alright, picked up a whip from Mexico. Jiminy Cricket. Do we want to dive into there? Let's do it. Let's get in there. Let's see what's in there. All deflated and smashed. So now Smart TV, 3D glasses. Are they still in here? This might be worth it for $3. I still have a 3D TV out. Or no, it didn't really catch on. I mean, I still got one. I don't have my old 3D player anymore, but I still got the TV. It is kind of cool. It actually does work. It's kind of cool. Build-A-Bear dinosaur. Let's see what those go for. Alright. So we're definitely putting some stuff back here. Noah's Ark. Got these glasses, that thing, that globe. It's only like $15, so subtract what you got to pay for it. Not gonna be worth it. What is this? No. Okay, so this goes in the miscellaneous section. This little frog. No. Okay, so we're gonna put this back. Noah's Ark. This toy thing doesn't really go for. Oh, look at there's Legos. Lego dots. Oh man. That's already used. Okay, this goes back in the tech section. Not seeing too much. Might have to pop into another Goodwill later today to complete this video. There are some pottery pieces. Not this, but there are some. They're usually dinosaur looking and they look hand painted. I mean, they are hand painted, but they don't look like well done, but they'll have rhinestones for eyes. Can do incredibly well. Look out from. I forget what they're called. This is a $7 clock. I think I've seen this before. But if you see any dinosaurs that look very rough, pottery, roughly painted, not painted, they don't look painted very well. They're done by an artist, and I can't remember the name, but they're very easily recognizable by their rhinestone eyes. So they go for $30, $40, $50, up to $100 depending on the size. And if I remember exactly what they are, like the name, I will post a picture. Mm-hmm. Piece of some mouse. Oh, practically that. Alright, let's put this back, and if I see anything else notable, I'll let you guys know. Alright, I already scoped out the glass. There's really nothing there. Tiny gloves. Hold on. I was just accepting a Poshmark offer. What is Taurus? Good brand, but just a generic keyboard. Nothing really fancy there. Oh, this might be $16. No, not for $16. I might look it up. Some of these Kensington ones can be okay, but we'll take a look. I want $16 for it though. I don't know about 16. Camera. Pentax. Film camera. What do they want for it? I know. Take a look. This might be worth it. That might actually be. That's pretty cool. We'll look this up for sure. Some of these old cameras. Ooh, I see a Microsoft mouse too. I mean cameras, some of these old phones. Old cameras too. How much is that? $4 is okay. I'm gonna see what they're going for right now. Quickly check the wall here. Let's scan through this pretty quickly. I want to look at the toys, but I don't think I might skip the toys just because I don't usually find anything there. Some fishing. It might be brand new sealed. I'll look that up. It's kind of interesting. Tons of fishermen products. People love it. Actually, no, I am going to check the toy aisle because I did find that globe recently. It wasn't here, but it could look like a toy. So So let me go quickly run through it. I'm not going to film it, but if I find anything, I'll let you know. It's up for $4. I might have picked this up for $4, but it's not working. But just know that the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie is coming out, so Deadpool, Wolverine stuff will probably spike. I believe it comes out in the summer. I really can't wait. Obviously, a huge Wolverine fan. Huge Deadpool fan, but I believe I mentioned it before, my favorite Marvel character is Cable, which was in the last Deadpool movie. Oops. Look at that, a bunch of golf clubs. South Bay Golf.
Lazy dog?
Lazy dog? Okay. Yeah, lazy dog.
Oh, I don't know. Brunch is like 7. I thought it was 7.
Let's go. Okay. Wyling. Certified International. You see some ocean whale scenes. Could be a Wyling mug. Look out for them. They come in both plastic and ceramic Wylings with a Y. So let me go ahead and I'm going to pause it right here because the music's a little loud.
Let's start off.
You do really well. You know, it's pretty beat up. That would be definitely a local sale, but nothing I would post on eBay. Shipping will be wild on that. Okay, what are we looking for? Nothing. I did find that back wrap piece the other day at Goodwill. That was pretty nice. What is this? No. Cat. What the hell is this? Interesting. Okay, so we're just going to put some stuff back. They appear to be prepping for the big sale. There's not really too much out. And it's pretty busy. Pretty busy today. So we'll probably go get some lunch and then see how things look later. We're going to take the Apple Mouse, we're going to take the phone, we're going to put this back, and we're going to put the bass thing back. Something right here. These men can do really well. $7. $7. 7. I've sold these for up to $20. It is IKEA. I'm gonna take this with me. I think that could do okay. Alright, let's put this last thing back over here. Cow. Oh, cows on parade. $4 for cows on parade, brand new. This could go for about $20 to $25-ish. Oh, this is actually you paint your own. I'm gonna look this up really quick. Okay, so this could be about $30. We're definitely gonna pick this up. Generally, I looked it up because I know the more decorated ones go for quite a bit, so I wasn't sure about the paint your own ones, but we're gonna pick that up. Cows on parade. Look out for it. And that. Alright. That will round out the trip. I'm gonna look at this router here. Nah. Down with this router. Alright, we're gonna do is find a clear aisle and shoot all the way to the front. Let's go. Where? Ooh, what kind are they?
Okay.
Oh. Alright, we just popped into the little purse section here, and Toomey, this is like an airline giveaway thing, so it should be like $20. It's like $4 here. Vera Bradley, normally wouldn't be worth it, but it is brand new at tag, so it's like about $15 to $20 on that little coin purse. Because it's brand new. If it wasn't brand new, we wouldn't be buying it. This is nothing. Okay. Okay, we're ready now. Let's get out of here. As we're putting stuff away, we're finding stuff, so. And it's not bad. We're not paying too much for any of this, so it's pretty good as well. But let's head on down the line, look for some brunch. Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed those 2 trips over to Goodwill. And we're going to look at a few things here. I want to talk about computers. First of all, what do you think of the Poe Dameron guy up here? That's pretty cool. I didn't know that Lego actually made a headband version of these are the little LED guys. So, actually, I have another one right here. Every time I find these at the flea market, they're usually like $1 or $2. So I have a little Yoda one. These ones don't really go for too much, but I buy them anyway. I had a let me see, which ones did I sell recently? Boba Fett's. So I had 2 Boba Fett's, and those sold around $15 each. These ones, the Yoda goes for like maybe $5. And the Poe Dameron has no sold comps on this, surprisingly. But I mean, it's kind of, I mean, it's actually attached to the back. It's not like somebody modified this at all. This is actually how it is from Lego. So pretty cool. Just, I guess, headband style instead of keychain style. Pretty cool little guy here. I'd never seen that before, so he's in the video. And what we're going to talk about is computers. We'll talk about something to look out for. And then I got a few solds as well, too. Some cool solds, unique stuff that, you know, you could probably find it out there. But I hope, you know, it's kind of unique to my channel. Makes me stand out a little bit, I hope. But first, let's talk about computers. And you're going to find a lot of computers out there, from, you know, full-on desktops to laptops. And I'm going to show you a few unique computers here to be on the lookout for. And I'm going to show you a little video as well. Right off the bat, if you need a computer, if your computer goes out, I have been and highly recommend going secondhand when it comes to computers. Just the value just really depreciates very fast, just like a car. It depreciates incredibly fast after you buy it. The only ones that really hold their value quite a bit are, you know, Apple MacBooks, and that's because they cost so much, and it's more just the it's kind of like a designer handbag. You know, when you buy designer handbags, they tend to hold their value. Some of them actually go up in value, and that's kind of like what Apple. I mean, Apple's do slowly depreciate, but they don't depreciate as much as other, computers and stuff. So if you are in the market for a computer, desktop computer or laptop, my recommendation as a computer IT professional is go secondhand with this stuff. And being a reseller and being that I'm always at the flea markets and Goodwills, I come across stuff all the time. Now, I have a little bit more advanced knowledge than other people, so I can, I can usually eyeball products and determine whether or not it's going to work or not. There's always that risk when you're buying electronics and, like this laptop here, first of all. And then, I go to the flea... Now, I got this at the flea market. I go to the flea market so much that I'm very familiar with the vendors. And there's certain vendors who I'll definitely take their word for it, and some that I won't. And some of them... Obviously, the ones that are more... that I trust more with, especially with electronics and stuff, they tend to charge a little bit more. Because they're going through the work. They're going through the effort of making sure that they have products out there that actually work. So they're putting in a little bit of effort too, and it's their right to charge for that effort. Now, I bought this laptop from a guy that I buy from fairly regularly. It's a really nice Dell. I saw this on the thing. I was like, that's really cool. Not necessarily that I was in the market for a laptop, but I was like, when am I going to come across a really cool slim little laptop like this? It's a Dell XPS. XPS is typically their higher end brand of computers, and I was using a Microsoft Surface tablet, but I mean it's okay. It's not my favorite. I kind of like having that more rigid keyboard and everything on there, but I really love the touchscreen. One thing I didn't know, fun fact. Well, I mean I was aware of it, but I wasn't, until it was pointed out in a video I was watching, a tech video I was watching, is that Apple MacBooks don't have none of them have touchscreens. And, a lot of PCs do have touchscreens, and I would highly recommend getting a touchscreen because it's very, very convenient. So this is my personal laptop. Bought this a little while ago. It's a Dell. Like I said, it was a Dell. Has an Intel Core i5. It is a touchscreen. Very nice, compact. I believe this is a 13-inch, if I'm not mistaken. And it charges with USB-C. So, really cool. I buy from the flea market. I always buy secondhand all my computer stuff. I mean, I did have to buy some graphics cards, brand new, because, I had no choice. But typically I'll look on, Craigslist or, like if I want to upgrade my graphics for my computer gaming, I'll look on Craigslist and, I always say Craigslist because that was what I grew up with, but OfferUp and Facebook, I'll look on there, and then usually I'll buy locally, just because I live here in San Jose, California, so there's a lot of this stuff floating around everywhere. But okay, computers, you got your desktops, you got your laptops here, so pretty common stuff to find. Now, what's not necessarily common to find, or I would say people don't think or don't know what it is, are these right here. So first off, let me show you this right here. So this is my own. This is a what's called a Raspberry Pi, and it's a little all-in-one computer. And when you typically buy these, like you buy them online, they don't come like this. This is a little case that I built around it. But if you look inside the clear acrylic, this is just a circuit board. It has everything on it. It's called the SoC, System on Chip. So everything's on here. The memory, all you really need, you really don't even need a case for this. All you need is some sort of a storage, which this uses just a little micro SD card. And you need a power, which this is powered by micro USB. And probably like a keyboard or something. So it has USB for keyboard. It has Ethernet. This does have a wireless It actually has a wireless built into it, so I can connect it wirelessly, or I can plug it in to a, or I could use a USB wireless adapter, and then you would just plug it into a display source right here. And this is actually an audio as well too, but HDMI carries audio as well, so has an HDMI. So this I don't plug it in. This is a, did I say that already? This is my DNS server. Just for the sake of so you guys don't get lost with a DNS. You know what I'm saying, DNS server, but essentially, without getting into the specifics, I use this to route most of my internet traffic through, and it just kind of filters out websites that I don't want people or my children to be accessing, and also it reduces ads. It doesn't really, some ads still come through, but it reduces ads considerably. So that's what I use this for. Have it hooked up to my network. But these Raspberry Pis, I find them not all the time, but often enough. And let me show you what the logo looks like, because sometimes it'll be in a box with just the logo. And these will sell pretty well, and they will sell. They were going for quite a bit, up towards $100 plus a couple years ago, but they have come down. But they will still sell pretty well around, depending on what model you get. I think we're in Raspberry Pi 4 or 4 Plus now. And, those will go for around $60 to $80. This is a 3B Plus. So this will probably be around $40 to $50 Raspberry Pi computer. And these actually run, let's see here. These actually run a version of Linux. So, where's the little logo? Oh, here's the logo right here. So this is their actual logo, Raspberry Pi logo. So if you see that on a box, you see a tiny little circuit board in there, pick it up. These come actually even smaller. There's a Raspberry Pi Zero, which I actually have a Raspberry Pi Zero, and that's like half the size of this. So these are really cool little devices. The Raspberry Pi Zero I use as a retro gaming, play retro games, old Atari, Nintendo games. So I do have one of those. Now, another really cool small computer. This actually runs Windows, and I'll put a video up soon here of another version. But this is an Intel Compute Stick. Yeah, Intel Compute Stick. So real tiny, just kind of looks like a Roku or like a Fire Stick. It has an HDMI, you just plug it into your TV. This is actually a little wireless keyboard I have attached to this one. It has USB and everything. Powered by micro USB right there. And this is just a tiny Windows computer. This will run Windows. Sometimes I take this on the road if I'm going to, going to stay at a hotel. And, it's just a little computer I can just plug into the TV and you have a full-on computer there. So it's nothing where you're not going to be gaming on this. You're not going to be doing any video editing. You might do some word processing or check email, or, you can watch YouTube videos, log into Netflix, all that stuff on this little thing. So really cool little device. And this one here, this model will go for, let's see, I wonder what this will go for. I haven't looked this one up recently. This is my own personal one, so this one I use. Let's see, Intel Compute Stick. So this one here would sell for right around $40 to $50. So keep your eye out for it, because typically people would charge, and I've seen these priced at Goodwill's for around $8. I've seen them at the flea market. You get them for $5 or less. They just think they're just, people think they're just a little like Roku device or anything like that, which, pretty much a dime a dozen. But no, a little something special. Keep your eye out for it. Usually, because not all are necessarily branded like this Intel, but if you look in the back on the specs, you might see that little Intel flash sign right there, that little Intel sign. Then you got something a little bit special. Now for the video, and I'm gonna play the video on my phone so I know what I'm looking at here when it pops up on the screen, which it should pop up right about now. And this is another Compute Stick. This one's a little bit more higher end than the one I showed you just right now, but it's still an Intel Compute Stick. This is by a company called Azul. It actually has a little Wi-Fi antenna on it. What I'm doing to it is I'm putting Windows 10 operating system on it. This was kind of strange because it was branded by another company, and they actually put their own operating system on it. So they had their own operating system, and if I were to sell it, nobody's going to really. I don't know if anybody's going to be that, necessarily tech savvy to be able to use it. Or be able to reformat it, which is what I'm doing. I'm reformatting it, and I'm putting Windows 10 on it. So it'll be ready to go for the end customer. So pretty cool little device. Look out for them. They're just kind of handy to keep on hand, just in case if you're traveling or you just need just a quick little computer. Just plug it in. You have a little wireless, little wireless keyboard for it. You can plug it into any TV, any monitor. I was using my own portable monitor there. And just nice to kind of just have on hand just in case. I mean, well, for me. For anybody that I guess that's into computers, it's kind of cool and nice just to have something like that on hand with you, especially if you're traveling and stuff like that. Or what I use mine for, this one here, what I use this regularly for, I have a TV mounted in the kitchen, and so I have this plugged in the kitchen, and I just, sometimes I just turn on a YouTube, I just have YouTube running or something like that, or watching the news, so really cool little device. A little more versatile. I guess you could say it's a little more I just thought of it right now. A little more versatile, or a little more versatility, as opposed to an Amazon Fire Stick or just a Roku stick or something like that. So pretty cool. Okay, let's get into the solds here, and right off the bat, we'll stick with the computer theme because this is a really great sale, really fast sale as well too. This sold within an hour of me listing it, so I'm telling you guys, ergonomic keyboards, look out for them. This one here is open box, and it's open box because I opened it. Picked this up at the flea market. You're not going to see. I mean, you'll see it now on film, but I didn't film this pickup when I picked up this stuff and a few other things as well too. But picked this up at the flea market. We got this for $40, so we definitely paid up for it. But I knew it was going to be worth it, and sure enough, sold within an hour for $190. So that was my full asking price. It is brand new open box, because I did open it. Just to check it out whenever you're buying something from the flea market or Goodwill, I highly recommend opening it up, looking inside, making sure it's all in there, because it never fails. The one time you don't and you open it up, or the customer opens it up, it's not going to be complete in there. So brand new, $190, ergonomic keyboards, Microsoft Sculpt, ergonomic desktop. You could sell these used as well too. Just make sure for these Microsoft ones, there are some that are Bluetooth. But this one here specifically, the dongle or the receiver is specific to this exact model. It's really annoying. Ooh, something's coming out there. It's really annoying that Microsoft does that. Or, I mean, let me put this aside. It's just kind of annoying. Logitech has these what's called unifying receivers, and a lot of their devices can connect to the same receiver. So it's kind of handy because those little things get lost all the time. Next sale, what did we sell? We sell some boots. This was a great sale. $137 or $27. $127 for these boots here. JB Dillon. Look out for that brand. It's definitely a great brand to look out for. I've sold their belts before as well too. Made in Mexico, USA, size 9B boots, women's size. Really cool boot. There's the bottom. These are brand new. I don't know if I couldn't find this exact model, but I don't know if they were made to look distressed like this, or if it's just been from sitting in storage, because they still have the tag is still attached to theirs. But great sale. JB Dillon is a great boot brand to look out for. They do other leather work as well too. Like I said, I've sold the belts before, so just a great name to look out for. This was actually picked up at a garage sale, and I got these for $20. So really cool and great profit on that item. Another great item, and this I picked up at the flea market. This I got for $10. And I definitely paid up $10 for a hat. I would not recommend paying $10 for a hat unless it's something special like this one is. So first off, San Jose Giants, minor league San Francisco Giants team in San Jose. They play here in San Jose. This is a new era, and this is a 7/3/8 men's size hat, orange with camouflage. So that's what really sets this one off. This is a camouflage version of the San Jose Giants hat. So it's a special edition hat. It has the USA flag on the side. And this is actually 100%. Oh, this is polyester. I thought it was a wool one, but it's not wool, polyester. Wool would definitely bring a bit more of a premium. Not too much, but it definitely will bring a premium. So minor league teams, look out for them. San Jose Giants hats, like this one, without the camouflage or the USA flag, don't typically sell for around $50. This sold for $50. Did I say that? This sold for $50. Don't typically sell for around $50. It's more around the $20 range for this style of new era San Jose Giants hat. The fact that this one, or the reason why this one sold for $50, you have the camouflage, you have the USA flag, it's a military style, and that's what I put in my listing. So, and this was the only one. There was none other, there are other San Jose Giants hats, but none with camouflage. So I listed my military camouflage, of course, new era, 5950, orange, USA, and that's what got it sold, and got it sold for the more premium price of $50. So that's going out. So a few great sales there, great items. I hope I helped you guys out, with the little computer talk, looking out for those tiny little computers. But thank you guys for watching. Please like the video by hitting the thumbs up button. Subscribe to see content from me. And hit the bell notification if you want to get notified when we drop these videos. See you in the next one.
They can be a great people, Kal-El, they wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Hey everybody, welcome to the video. And we're going to get to Goodwill here pretty soon. But like I've mentioned in a previous video, I'm just trying to get consistent with my intros and what I'm saying. And first off, please hit the thumbs up button. That really does help the video. That likes the video, gets it pushed out there to more people. And subscribe if you want to continue to see content from me. And then comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know what you guys think of the pickups. Are they cool? Have you seen that before? Is there anything that I missed? Did you guys see anything in those videos that I'm passing up that I probably should be taking a second look at and looking up? Stay tuned to the end of the video because we will be, I like to cover a little topic. And we'll be talking about a eBay Vero that I recently got. And we also talk about a few solds, try to bring you some cool, interesting, unique solds that you might not be seeing everywhere else, and walk you through my thought process on those items. Otherwise, let's get over to Goodwill. Alright, this is where we start out at this. Goodwill's right here in the glass, checking out some shoes. Air Max 97s for $44, some Sorels. Everything in here is going to be a little overpriced shoe-wise. Have some makeup stuff we may look at later. I don't know. Doesn't really excite me. But sometimes, if that's the only profit you can find, that's the only profit you can find. What's that? I forgot what that yellow thing is there. Look at that. Looks like the. Oh no. Oh no, it's like that Zachaby's or oh no, it's the collagen powder. Not seeing anything there in the jewelry. I hear a carton over there. More shoes. We have here some Porsche shoes for $32. Ray-Bans. More than likely overpriced, but some flip cameras. $25 though. If those are brand new, that might be good. I'll have to double check to see what they're going for. I think used they're around 20. Logitech webcam, probably overpriced. But we'll definitely check it out later because I want to check out the shelves. That Targus keyboard for 22 is not good. Not a good price. Good keyboard, just not a good price for it. Alright, let's get back here and check, see what's going on. This could be kind of interesting. These would probably resell for about $10. $4.29, which would be paying. But look how many there are. So overall, the profit probably good. And $10. Obviously, we charge shipping. I don't know. It's not exciting. Yeah, not exciting to me. Sorry. Alright, let's keep searching for other items here. Glass flower, not the best quality. Say Murano style, what does it say? Cavalier glass, made in China. Good spell. I like a little apothecary type jar. We're back here to look at the electronics. Little Xbox controller for $13. It's not good. Oh, my wife snagged this right here. So we got Anthropology. It's actually tin. You know, stack of 3 storage containers. Oh, no. The price on that. There you go. That's the price right there. And then she snagged a Dooney and Burke little purse clutch crossbody thing. So that should be pretty good. There's the price right there. All right. So let me see. What is this? It's like some sort of little switch router thing. UFO. Oh, these are actually kind of cool if I'm not mistaken. These are the ones that interact with your hand. You kind of just hover your hand over. There's a lot going on over there. You hover your hand underneath it and you push it with your hand. These are kind of cool. They sold these at Costco. But there should be like a little charging port, charging cord. What did it charge with? Oh, it's just a micro USB. Remember the ones from Costco use some weird little proprietary connector, which is kind of annoying. This is just a cool find. This is not necessarily a pickup. I'll look it up just to see if it is worth anything, but that's just a cool find. So DVD drives, burners, internal for computers, SATA connectors, what you want to see. But what you want is to find the Blu-ray burners. These ones are not very good. And they want $13 for it, so. Secret Lab. PU foam armrest top. This new armrest for your chair. Kind of. Why would they sell a? It's piqued my interest. I'll look it up. Windshield Wizard. You know what? This might come in handy for us. Well, that might be that's a personal purchase. I'm gonna ask my wife. Little You know, the little micro-sized Super NES knockoff. Spirit of St. Louis. It's working. $14. You might look this. It's going to be a lookup. Toastmaster. This is right here.
Doesn't have it? No, it's missing him. Oh no.
Words matter. Is it in there? It is in there. Alright, let me get back to you. Okay, so this maybe a special edition or not. It only sells for about $20, so we can't pay $10 for that. This, if you ever see this, it's clear captions, blue, only goes for about $20. You may get a little deceived and see some high $40, $50 comps for it, but the reality is it's probably only going to sell for about $20. This. Oh, omelet maker. This guy here, I'm not really 100% sold on it, and I only see a listing for $22, so I'm a little bit behind. What's this right here? Oh. I thought maybe this was a, how much did I want for this? $8? No, it's not worth it. Not the wired ones. Scoping out this little Christmas. No. Okay, so this potential personal pickup. It's a cool personal pickup. Resale. Maybe about $100 on that is what we're probably looking at. This right here, no. We'll have to look it up, but I'm guessing probably about $40 on this little tin. There's a bin over here. Let's go take a look. Still have yet to get to all the shelves. Artichoke cooker. Huh. Okay, I got hangers. Random golf club. Target. I mean, Costco probably. A little Costco find that could come in handy. These are for stovetops, gas burners. Salsa maker. Okay, we'll get back to you. Alright, so we're over here in the clear glass right now. And here's a really cool old Fenton glass hobnob piece, but this would have a topper to it, and it's missing the top, so $3.89. I'm gonna leave it behind. Here in another. I've sold these before. I wouldn't recommend it, but depending on the subject matter, yeah, I talked about that in my other video regarding subject matter, can really make a difference. The ones I've sold are actually Hello Kitty. I don't think New York would be a good sell. Look at these decanters. look like glass, but that's not glass. Little glass squirrel. These are probably older. Yeah. But nothing really to write home about. Okay, I'm not seeing really anything else. Cool little vintage mugs. I grabbed this dog. It says brass and copper. They want $22 though. I'm having trouble finding anything on it. But brass and copper has got to be worth something. Okay. Alright, let's go take a look at this cart. We're looking for spoons and stuff. Nothing really insane here as far as utensils go. But I saw this right here, salt and pepper grinder. Star Wars, $5.10. That's a pickup. I just made sure it was in there. No matter what, I'm picking that up. Well, I mean, if it's priced at a point where that's a no-brainer. This right here, though, safety pliers, $3.59. Definitely be on the lookout for these. These were here with the utensils. They can go for as high as $80. So I need to do some more research, but it's definitely a buy for $3.59. And look at the size of that thing. Tiny. Okay. So we're scoping out, seeing what else is here. I'll turn around, check out the wood. Oh, I grabbed this old, I thought this was a pound puppy. It's not a pound puppy, but I'm going to just look it up. It is from 1985, but just because something's old doesn't mean it's going to be of any value. But it has that pound puppy look to it, so. Some more paints, acrylics maybe? Watercolors. Alright, I don't see really, I don't know. Let me know if you guys see anything here, but I'm not seeing anything else here in the wood or the utensils. I'm going to move over to the other side where there's more music. The music's louder, so I'll get back to you guys with what I find over there. Okay, I kind of hear in the back little darker area. So this armrest, it might be good. It might go for like 20 or so, but not for $6. I think I'm going to put it back. It doesn't excite, not exciting. This Disney purse, kind of unassuming, but look out for the logos. This is the Icon series, just a black faux leather purse. If it was some of the other more decorative ones, it might go for good money, but this one here will probably only sell for 20, and they want $16.89. So some listed for 40 and all, but it's really probably going to sell for 20 bucks. This little guy for $7.39 is not worth it, but probably would sell for about 15. This right here, though, this was sitting on the shelves. Charles and Keith, definitely look out for this. Well made. I say stay away from these little magnet things, but this is a nice, well made one. Got a good brand name. Look at the clips there. Little hands. Just make sure my camera's straight. Little hands there, pink with hearts. Good subject matter. Should be a $50 purse right here. And we're going to pay $10.49. Alright. I'm charging them way back here to put stuff back here, but I wanted to show you guys something here. A very well-made purse can be very deceiving, but this is a Liz Claiborne. It's very nice, well-made, but it's not going to sell for that much. The price is actually pretty decent on this, but I have bought and sold Liz Claiborne for upwards of $40 to $50 purses before. I don't think I'm going to be able to. If I go back to my sold history and find one, I will pop it up on the screen. But it's really got to be a very older, leather, of course. And kind of hard for me to explain. They're just purses that just pop. Not necessarily, I mean, this kind of just stuck out to me, but this isn't going to be worth it. Like the last one I remember selling was kind of like half this size, kind of small, had a bunch of pockets on the front, pockets on the side. Looked like a little kid's purse, but it was a women's purse. So it's kind of tricky, but takes some getting used to as far as finding which ones are actually worth it. Put this back. Then we're gonna put this back. So yeah, just because some brands don't in general sell well, there's always exceptions to the rule. And you never know. Just gonna go over here. So it definitely takes a while to develop the eye for knowing what's going to sell, what's not going to sell. And hopefully my videos help you and others help you develop that skill just by seeing what we buy. And on a side note, do you guys ever feel if you're at Goodwill or out and about, you know, sourcing at thrift stores, do you ever feel like you're being followed? I'm having that feeling right now. Oh no, computers are down. Alright guys, we're gonna try to check out of here. Check out, but we'll see you in the next one. Or stay tuned for the recap. Okay, well, while we wait for the computers to come back up and we can make our purchase. We're in the shoe section. We got some New Balances, Minimus. Good brand, good to look out for, but $19.99, not really gonna cut it there. Vans, even nice, even special edition ones, $16.89. They're generally going to go for about $30. And then the less desirable ones will go for even less than that. We have here some Nike, look like tennis shoes, yeah. These are actual tennis shoes based on the bottom there. Music is higher over here, so we have here some knockoff Nikes. I mean Adidas. Wanted is the brand on that. Alright, yeah, no, that's a big no right there. Something got caught on my bracelet. What is that? Nope. These are biking shoes. And I hope you guys like the speed of the video too. I'm trying to go a lot slower. Michael Vick jersey. No, that's a good one. That's a good one. Make sure it's real first. Looks real. Pardon me. Wait, are you checking out? Okay, never mind. Something just doesn't feel right about this. There's the letters in the back, so we're not going to pick that up. But looks like we can check out. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna put this purse back. Let's grab that for the example, and then we'll see you guys in the video. Hey everyone, welcome to the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed that trip over to that Goodwill. It's one of the regular spots. If you've been watching my videos, you'll see that you will probably catch on and see and recognize that Goodwill. Our Goodwills here are pretty packed full of items pretty much all the time, and they're constantly turning over merchandise. Even at our local Savers, I mean, you can go every day, you'll see a lot of the same stuff, but they're constantly just turning over merchandise. So same is true with Goodwills. I think I mentioned in another video, or a video that might be coming up, there was a keyboard that has been at this Goodwill for a while. Not this Goodwill, but another Goodwill in my area. And it's been there for a while. It's been, like, it's kind of crazy because sometimes items will, you'll see it on the shelf, and then you'll see it again, and it slowly, like, deteriorates as people go through it. Like, by the time I saw this keyboard again for maybe, like, the third or fourth time, it was missing one of the feet in the back. It was missing the dongle. It was getting dinged up. And I'm like, oh, God, this thing's just going down and down. The problem was they had it priced really high initially. I think they had it priced $16. It's a keyboard that would probably go for around $40 to $50. And it was finally priced right. It was priced at, I think it was $8 or so. So it was priced better. I mean, not the best, but it was still priced well. But at this point, it's too far gone to even to attempt to purchase that. But we are going to get some solds here, and a Vero. I recently got a Vero. I'm going to pop it up on a picture of it on the screen over here. And it's by a company called Oyo, I believe I'm pronouncing it right. O-Y-O. And now I believe, I'm not 100% sure because they don't really give you all the information. They just tell you, this is a trademark infringement or copyright infringement or counterfeit, and they just take it down. That's it. So you really know, you just don't list it again. That's it. They take it down. You don't list it again. If you do, you could end up in potential warnings and possible suspensions on eBay. So whenever that happens, we take the item down and we just never list it again on eBay. Now, this item I know for a fact is not a counterfeit or copyright. The issue, I believe, is that it looks too much like a Lego minifigure. Now, I took care when listing this to make sure not to use any of Lego's trademark words, including one common mistake is to use the word minifigure when in toys. If you use minifigure, that is associated with Lego. It is a trademark word for Lego, so you got to be careful. You can look it up. You can Google this stuff, and it'll come up in Google. I mean, I just know because I'm a big Lego person, and I deal a lot in Legos. So I thought I was safe by not using any words that could potentially get it taken down, basically, and it did. It still got taken down. So what I did was I went ahead and took the opportunity to finally put an item up on sale on Mercari. This is the first item I put on Mercari. And guess what? It sold within about 5 minutes. It sold. Not only did it sell, quickly. It sold for more than I listed it on eBay. So I listed it on eBay for $15. I had actually already received a message from a potential buyer. Mercari recommended I listed at $20, which I did, and it sold at $20. So after fees and everything, I think it's $16.75 is what I get. So making a little bit more on that. I got my first Mercari sale under my belt. Got a couple more listings over there on Mercari, so we'll see how things go over there. But yeah, watch out for Veros. Watch out for this item. I'll take it down now. And there are other Veros. You can Google that, look those up. That's another thing. When you are doing research on an item, you're not just looking at the price or looking at the sell-through. I don't like to call it sell-through rate, but the sell-through rate, you know, that's what a lot of people call it. You know, but when you're looking, and when I'm doing my research, I'm also looking to see, you know, is it listed, is it not listed, how many are listed. But that can also give you a sense of, can this be listed too? You know, you see something pretty obvious that should be, you know, something that should be up there and listed, but on eBay, something that should be selling, or, you know, and then you don't see it on there. And then for some, you gotta, you know, kind of think, oh, well, why isn't this item listed? There's some issue with it. That's what I was doing actually just a little bit ago, because I was doing some listings here. And I have this little chopper here, and this will appear in a video coming up soon, but or where I got it at, I should say. I got it at Savers, but it's from IKEA, and you would think this would be up there and out there on eBay. It's IKEA. You know, IKEA products generally sell well on eBay, and you know, a lot of people love IKEA and are always looking out for IKEA products. So I came across this brand new. And there's no listings on eBay for this at all. There's no sold history. There's none listed. There are other choppers. I mean, if you guys, this is like the as seen on TV chopper thing. It chops nuts and vegetables and all kind of dices them and all that. But you would think that this, you know, would be on eBay already. You know, IKEA stuff, but it's not. There's nothing out there. So then it's got me thinking. It's got me like, oh man, could this potentially be a Vero? But IKEA products typically are not, you know. IKEA things from IKEA are not something that I've encountered or have heard that they, you know, take down at all. So it's perfectly fine. You know, IKEA stuff. From what I know, you know, other people may have other experiences with it, but as far as I'm concerned, I've never had an IKEA product taken down before. Personally, I've never heard of any IKEA items taken down. So that's another thing to look out for. You know, when you're doing your research, you're not only just looking for pricing, you're not just looking for, you know, how fast it's going to sell, seeing if you have a customer base, what your competition is, but you're also kind of like, you know, like, wait a second, I know that, you know, this should be on there. You know, what's going on? Why are there no solds? Why are there none listed right now? Or why are there listed but none sold? I mean, that you would think this item would sell, you know, kind of like, I don't know, something common. Let's say like Nikes, for example. Although I do know that Nikes, some people have had Nikes taken down, so be cautious. I don't know why they would have been taken down, but I know some people have had, you know, Nike products taken down off of eBay. But something like a Nike, you know, you would think there would be, you know, constant, you know, there are constant listings and all that. So if it's something obvious that should be out there, that should be listed, that should be... What's that noise? My TV just turned on. Hold on one second. I'm going to get a Vero on that, or I'm going to get a Vero copyright. I don't want to get a copyright on YouTube. That's another thing I got to watch out for. Kind of startled me too. Why did my TV just suddenly turn? That's kind of odd. But then again, all my TVs are connected to... I don't know, maybe my son might have tried to stream to it by accident. Oh well, whatever. That was totally caught live. That totally caught me off guard. Startled me because I didn't know what the heck that might. Okay, yeah, you got my live reaction there. That was weird. What's also pretty weird too is I'm actually going to a little ghost hunting event at the Winchester Mystery House this coming weekend. So pretty cool. I really can't wait. Yeah, I'm big on, you know, paranormal stuff and all that. So either way, lost my whole train of thought. What I was talking about. So if it's something obvious that should be sold, bought and sold on eBay, but yet you don't really see it on there, just have that in the back of your mind that potentially you could get taken down. It could be something where the company maybe does not want that sold. You know, they could have, you know, registered. I'm not really sure how they go through the process, but they kind of register with eBay and they get their name on some list. I don't know. And then eBay automatically will take it down, you know, if it's copyright, trademark infringed. There's also, what's the other one where they could just say it's a counterfeit item. Whether it's counterfeit or not, they can say it's a counterfeit. They can submit, I don't know. I really don't know how they exactly do it. But they submit something to eBay, a letter or email or whatever, saying, hey, this item needs to be taken down. It's counterfeit. So they don't need to be on the Vero list or be registered with eBay. They just send this note and eBay will automatically take it down. So be cautious. Just another thing to think about when you're listing. I know there's a lot of stuff that goes into this, you know. There's a lot of stuff to think about, a lot of stuff to process as you're out there. But as a general rule of thumb, this is my last thought on, or last, you know, what I'm going to say about it. As a general rule of thumb, if you see items that are being bought and sold pretty regularly on eBay, it's safe to say it's okay. But like I've always said, there's always exceptions to the rule. So watch other people's videos. I know a lot of people have Vero stuff out there. I mean, this is my first Vero, and I can't even remember the last one I had. So, but either way, it got sold on another platform. We're good to go. Let's jump into the solds. Okay, stuff that I've sold here. Now, this is something I would not pick up again. It's sold for a little over $18, but it is a this is a what do you call it? I was gonna say Vera Bradley. It's not Vera Bradley. It's a Ray Dunn. So Peter Pan Ray Dunn mug with the hat topper on it. So for $18, and it took a little over 4 months to sell. You know, it just turned out to be not you know, the profit margin I would like for such a heavier item. And this is going to go in a larger box too because of the you know, the top here. And it just didn't, you know, it just didn't attract the activity that I really wanted it. I thought it would. I thought it would sell a lot quicker. And it's just, you know, so you really have to think about, yeah, this goes into the other things you have to think about too, is how it's going to get shipped. You know, is it worth the time and effort and the profit? And the profit I'm going to make, does that mean that, does that, in my mind, does that translate to a good sale or worth, now here's the word. I'm getting my words mixed up here. Is it worth it to me to ship this in a box, go through the hassle of packaging this up, because it's going to need bubble wrap, it's going to need packaging material and all that. Is it worth it? And for me, the answer is no. So if it's sold for maybe over $20, maybe $25-ish, it would be worth it. But yeah, we're not buying this thing again. The profit on this is probably going to be right around maybe $8 on this thing. So we're not doing that again. But we did sell some great items here too as well. So this mouse. Now, I sold a bunch of keyboards over the weekend. So those, yeah, keyboards. You know, I showed you keyboards before. But here's a little mouse, a really cool little mouse. Just a little laptop travel mouse. Slim design. It's a Logitech. And they abbreviate. They do this little Logi. I guess Logi is how you pronounce it. Kind of abbreviate it. Great way to spot it. But it's really nicely made. You can tell it's just really... it's got a little bit of a weight to it. It's Bluetooth, so you don't necessarily need a receiver or a dongle to this. You can connect it to anything that has Bluetooth. It is a rechargeable, so it has a micro USB to recharge right there. It just has a good quality to it. Now, the other thing you want to look out for, too, is anything that says MX on Logitech. That's their higher ends higher end products, is that marked with the MX. So it's marked with the MX, you know it's going to be a little bit more of a premium over just a regular plain old Logitech. And this one here was thrown in a bundle, so I got it for probably about $1 or $2 at the flea market. Sold for $20. Nice quick sale, goes in a poly bag. Probably wrap it a couple times in bubble wrap, throw in a poly bag. That's good to go. Nice, easy $20 sale right there. Another item that sold for $20, and that's these Star Wars little action figures. Now, this is from the build. Okay, so they over in Star Wars, you know, they have the new Star Wars land, and they have a droid factory there where you build a droid. And those are larger, and you can make them motorized, remote control. I've sold those before too, and those sell If they're motorized, they'll sell for around $100. The non-motorized will sell for about half that, so around $40 to $50 for the non-motorized. But these ones here were, and you know what? I'm just thinking about it. I don't think they have this anymore. This used to be at the end of the Star Tours ride in Disneyland. I don't know about Disney World, but in Disneyland, in the gift shop, you used to be able to build these little droids. They had several different styles of droids, you know, like the C-3PO style, and then the R2-D2 style of droid as well too. And then you would get, you get your case on there for it. You'd build it, then you get your little, clamshell, and it's kind of like as if you were buying this in a store on a hanger. But I pick these up all the time. They're usually priced right around $3 or so. This was a Goodwill find, and this sold for $20. So definitely look out for these. I know they're not at Disneyland anymore, so getting rare. Harder to find, I guess, I would say. Another cool sale. Again, this was picked up in a big old bundle. Now this one, I paid probably about $1 for it. I don't think it was even more than $1. I think it was less than $1, I should say. But this, something that you wouldn't even think to pick up, that everybody passed up, but it was a cool $15 sale. Circus Casino. Las Vegas. Sorry, I put Las Vegas, but I believe there's a Circus in Reno as well, too. Yeah, I don't think it's closed down yet. I don't think it has, but I'm not sure. You guys can let me know in the comments down below. But just a cool Circus belt buckle, and sold that for $15. Easy poly bag, few wraps and bubble wrap, and this goes right out the door in a poly bag. It's all metal. Really no real risk of breaking, but look at that, just a simple I've had actual sterling silver belt buckles take longer to sell than this thing. This thing took 3 days. 3 days to sell. I listed that on Thursday. Thursday. I got it on Thursday, listed on Thursday, and it sold over the weekend. So, cool sale. Something to look out for, I was trying to think like what if the other casinos would do well, but I don't know. Someone was looking for it and bought it and paid $15. Maybe it was just priced right. But definitely look out for belt buckles. Belt buckles do sell. Just have to price them right. And again, subject matter is everything. Okay. Another thing that sold. Graphics cards. I did sell one the other day, but I don't think I put it in a video. But graphics cards, if you guys are into computers or anything, gaming, you need these to game on a computer. So this is actually very old. Very old, because excuse me, you can tell by the connection on the bottom. This right here is an older style connection. It's called the AGP connection, and brand new actually. The anti-static bag sticker has not been broken, so it's still sealed. I listed it as open box, and this sold for $54. So I get a lot of comments on videos when I post that I found graphics cards, and people don't believe me that these sell. People don't think that they sell for anything. They think they're garbage, but they still sell. I have an old rig with an old graphics card on it that I still use. Some older games will only run on some of this older hardware, so these things still sell. People are still looking for them, and usually you get this older hardware pretty cheap. I got this at the flea market, and I paid $5 for this graphics card, so $54. Pretty cool sale. Another sale that kind of surprised me. Actually, let me show you this little paperweight here. Here's another sale right here. I have this out here already, but something that, it's this kind of like, if you can find it for a good price, pick it up and sell it. But this is a Beats Pill Bluetooth speaker. Another one that sold. This sold for $30. Sold for less than what it should probably go for, which is more like $50 to $60. And the reason is I believe the battery is kind of deteriorating. It only charges up to, it has 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 5 little LED lights on here, and it only charges up to 3. So I accepted. I disclosed that and accepted a $30 offer on that, and that's going out the door too. So definitely look out for Beats headphones. The red ones seem to go for a lot more, or a bit more than other colors. So Either way, this is an exclamation point. This is a paperweight, and this is by Kate Spade and Lennox. Definitely something to look out for. It's not crazy valuable. I mean, you would think Kate Spade, Lennox, you know, you're looking $100. No, $18 on this little paperweight. So, cool little sale. Got that for $2.59 over at Goodwill. Oh, the surprise. And I paid, got this in a bundle. Paid a little over $1 for it, for, you know, after, you know, estimating the whole bundle. But this sold for $55. It probably could have gone for more, but I'm always in the... I've talked about this before, where I like to get things at such a low price if I can, and if it's reasonable, so that way I can offer good deals to people that are shopping on eBay. They're shopping at my eBay store. And this is one that probably should have went for more like $60 to $70. But this is a Yahtzee. I always pick up these little electronic devices because they remind me of my childhood. I remember buying these at Radio Shack. I tend to go, pick up more like the poker or the 21 games. But I saw this Yahtzee there, picked it up, threw it in a bundle at the flea market. Brand new, sealed. $55 of what it sold for, or the offer I accepted. They actually sent me an offer of $40, and I went ahead and came back with $60, and they said $55. So I'm making great profit on it, and this is going to be an easy to ship as well too. Couple wraps in bubble mailer, couple wraps of bubble wrap, and throw it in a bubble mailer. And it's off. It's late for me today. Probably why I'm mincing my words. But great sales. I mean, we have a lot more sales. I have a bunch of keyboards to get out. I think I have 8 or 9 keyboards that have to go out this weekend, or this coming Monday, that sold over the weekend. And a bunch of other items sold. A bunch of other common, you know, what do you call it? Bread and butter items is what we call it. Items just regularly sell all the time. But I think these are pretty cool items, pretty unique items, stuff to be on the lookout for. You know, like this belt buckle, I don't know. I mean, when I picked it up, did I know it would sell? I mean, I like to think that every item I pick up, I know is going to sell. And for some reason, this belt buckle I got from a regular vendor. Her name's Lupe. I buy from her all the time, and everything I buy from her sells. It's just, I think I've talked about this in videos before. There's some vendors I stay away from because while their items are great that I pick up and I have confidence they will sell, they just don't move that fast, and sometimes they don't sell at all. I've had that happen too before. But everything I buy at some vendors, those items just always seem to sell. It's just weird the way that happens. But I got this from Lupe, and it sold $15. I mean, I can't... It's cool. Someone was looking for it and bought it. So, how did I know someone... I mean, I don't know. Is it a sixth sense? A sixth sense that I have? I don't know. But, great item. Great sale. Contributed overall to the weekend sales. So I have a lot of work to do. I gotta get this video out, and I'll have to pull all my items so I can get them all ready to go for tomorrow. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and please like the video by hitting the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you want to continue to see content from me. You can hit the bell notification if you do want to get notified when these videos drop, which are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Usually around midday, depending upon where you are in the world. Catch you in the next one.
They can be a great people, Kal-El, they wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Hey everybody, welcome to the video. We're going to get over to Goodwill pretty soon. But again, I'm just doing my little intro here, just trying to keep everything consistent with my videos. As we get more towards, a few more weeks out, my intros will be kind of, on location, I guess, where I'm actually shooting the video. But we got some great items in this one, including some computer components, which I really love, and I always love finding those items. But please like the video by hitting the thumbs up button down below. Subscribe if you want to continue to see content from me. But let's go ahead and get into the video. And stay tuned till the end, because we'll definitely do a little recap. And we'll also look at some sold items as well, too. Okay, right off the bat here, that looks like Bakelite vintage bangles for $4. That might be a good pickup. Okay, let's check out the glass over here. So last time I was here, there was a guy that got a NVIDIA Shield. So it's just a little gaming device, Android. It goes for about $80 to $100. I think he picked it up down here on the bottom. I would expect to see that upstairs, but I think he grabbed it down here. So maybe there's some cool stuff here today, hopefully. This is, yeah, sack roots. This looks interesting. No. Four-leaf clover. Okay.
La presentación.
Okay, that's a cool find. Graphics card with the original box. I'll get you a comp on that shortly. Only problem is there's no carts here, so now I'm kind of one-handed.
You guys cannot look at this. Why do you think you're gonna look at that?
Come on, Ben. Come on.
I was going to show him where to go. There's one more if you want to go get it. Don't let anybody look at it until you get upstairs.
es loción. No. Vamos. Yo quiero ir a ver allá. Están
Okay, I'll get right back to you with a comp and if I find anything else. Okay, so nothing else I can find in those bins. Interesting. It's part of this thing over there. No. Okay, so the graphics card about $50 to $60. And the little leapfrog thing I picked up. There. Resells for about $15, maybe a little bit more because I have the box. I'm still thinking about it. This could come in handy. Another bin! Another bin, but I think it's going upstairs. Excuse me. I remember these old, they're Harman Kardon? Yeah, these old clear ones, I remember those. I'm a little crippled right now. What is this? What the heck is this? It's a graphics card. Another one? What the heck? Okay, we gotta put this down. Alright, put that down. Put that down. What do we got here? There's another graphics card. 5870. Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Bunch of graphics cards here today. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, it's pretty tough here to operate everything. My hands are full. The other one's graphics card. The other graphics card should go for about $50. Here's a really cool glass. The tail is broken. This is actually Venetian, which is near Murano, so very similar quality in glass work. But the tail is broken. I'll scan it and see if it's worth it. Even with a broken tail. It doesn't look like it's broken, but it is. $5. Take a look. We are going to pass on that. might just go check out so I can get this out of my hands. Okay. Let's go check out. Check out with what I got and then come back. Okay. We paid and now my hands are free. Perfect. So got both my hands back again.
Hello.
I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. Me and Danimir and Jerry were all talking about Danimir's science thing.
Yeah.
And a person from the science Church, they gave these certificates to Jerry for doing and it was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
And then Danimir brought it up.
Okay, I'm not really finding too much. Kipling backpack. No, gorilla. Oh, a sports sack. What is this? $5.59. Oh, Daisy. It's pretty clean. It's a crossbody with sports sack with Daisy. Spring coming up. Looks clean. For $5? $6, let's just say. What we got here? Oh, this is a Sony. Let me look that up really quick. What do we got? Anything? Anything? Kind of cool. Looks. No. Boxes. Hey, what is this? For $44. Blue box. Oh. I thought it was a pull cue at first, but it's not. It's actually a. You build yourself a little putter. Have a brick. It's heavy. Probably just a novelty.
Okay. I got more.
Okay, the music's not so loud right here, so I'm hoping this comes out. So I don't usually get to show this side because the music's kind of loud over here. So let's see, there's glass and antique area. What is this? That's kind of cool. cool, but it's not really worth that much. Well, for the price. It's Pioneer Woman Jadeite. It's sugar.
No, that won't
Is there
let
anything
me.
else there?
Okay. All right, 108.45 on your card. And did you want to round up your change today? I'm not. Okay. 108.45. They were a set and they were separate.
Harry, do you want me to just continue on?
Pardon me?
Do you want me to, because I finished this one, do you want me to just continue on this one?
Yeah, yeah. I'm waiting. Oh, there you go.
It's kind of cool. Crack though. There's another one right here. This is just a shade. It probably does go to that. I wonder what they want for that. It might be worth it. I'm gonna scan it really quick. The one thing I found upstairs is actually supposed to be down here, so I'll have to pay for it down here at the sports sack. But might as well take a look around. I got time. Still pretty early. I gotta get my orders out though. It's actually busier upstairs than it is down here. Harry Potter. A diaper bag. It's a pretty fancy diaper bag. It's kind of weird. We have appliances. I don't really like to deal in appliances. If you guys are watching for the first time, you may see some appliances I'm passing up on, but I just don't. I don't like them. I have a juicer that I got for $6. It's a Breville, I think. Just sitting on my stairs. I do like coffee though. Chocolate? Hot chocolate maker? Not sure what that was. Just coming back here just to make sure, just to check. There's nothing I missed or anything. I did move through here pretty quickly.
Ya pagaste eso, Vámonos.
Michael Graves. Electric wine set now.
Ay, camínale.
I will say I am getting a headache right now. Kind of annoying. It's nothing. Not seeing much else of anything here. What is this? Monsters University, I think. Pretty sure. Might not be. The sticker. Okay. Let's go check this other aisle. This might be a microphone. $15? What the heck? Oh, it's empty. It's empty. Okay. Excuse me. Nothing here. Okay, this is the miscellaneous aisle, so I flew through here earlier. Take a look really quick. Got a bunch of coffee. If you guys need any filters. Okay, really nothing here in the miscellaneous that I can find. Kind of just push things around. It's pretty packed here. There's some glasses here. Let me take a look. Everything's just kind of falling forward here, so let's just let it fall. Nothing there. Put that back. Okay. Okay, here we are in the, not sure if I showed this earlier or not in the video, but it's a clear glass. And not much. Alright, not seeing anything. Let me know if you guys see anything here. I've already seen a couple of these, like Egyptian, but the old part, they put it through the dishwasher. They rubbed it away. everybody, welcome to the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed that trip over to Goodwill. You know, we found some stuff that I really like to find, which is computer components. You know, that is one of my specialties. It's, you know, I still build computers. Those are older components, by the way, which still, you know, it's like, you know, it's still I've been buying and selling computer components. I've been building computers, you know, for a very long time. I mean, since the late 90s. You know, when I see even those old cards, you know, there's some nostalgia built into that. And I'm still looking out for some older hardware, because I am going to build an older, I mean, I have some older rigs here, or computers, but I want to build something older, and I'm looking for, you know, just the right hardware to put that together. So, because I'm finding some older games out there too now. I'm like, these are, you know, some of the older games. Yeah, you can download them on, you know, services like Steam and stuff like that. But you know, I like to have the physical media sometimes. And, you know, trying to play those games on newer hardware, it just doesn't work. You can't do it. You need some of that older, you know, you need that retro hardware, or that old hardware to run the games from that era. So I'm definitely looking out to build an older retro rig, PC rig that is, to play some older games. So kind of cool to see all those older products there. Those are all going to get sold. As a matter of fact, by the time this video is coming out, I should say, when I shot the video at the Goodwill, you know, I've already sold 2 of those graphics cards already, so those are already gone. I have 1 more. Did I get 2 or 3? No, I think I have a 3rd one from another day too. Yeah, I don't find them that often, and I don't really. I'll pick them up from Goodwill. I have to, you know, obviously I have to inspect it. You can't test a video card at the Goodwill, so. Also, too, at the Goodwill, don't be afraid to ask for better deals. I do know that they can give, at least in my area, up to 20% off. If you you have to kind of push the issue a little bit, and they can give you up to 20% off. That's not at the Goodwill Boutique. The Goodwill Boutique, they do not negotiate. You can't get a better deal. I've tried, trust me, I've tried many times. I know the manager there. You know, I've tried, and it just doesn't work. I'm like, man, this is missing everything, all the accessories with it. When you can't, you know, can I get $5 off? And the answer is usually no, if it's upstairs. And it's tagged specifically for items that are upstairs, so you can't really get away with taking an item downstairs versus upstairs. So, so they can, in the regular Goodwills, not the boutiques, and definitely not at the bins. You can potentially get up to 20% off, at least in my area. If you really push the issue. On occasion, I can get a better deal on certain items. I don't take advantage of that, you know, all the time. And I believe I've talked about this in older videos about just getting to know people just by being a nice person, just, you know, showing up all the time. You see me at the Goodwill wearing the same exact hat. I have a bunch of hats, but I always wear that exact hat to the flea market, so that way people recognize me. So that way I can hopefully get a better deal on items. And why do I want a better deal? Because I like to also offer better deals to people that, you know, buy my stuff on eBay. You know, I would like to be able to accept offers, and hopefully, you know, my customers feel that they get a good deal from me, and they may direct people towards me. You know, say, hey, if you want to get a deal, go check this out. Obviously, within reason, you know. I'm not going to, you know, sacrifice too much profit. But, you know, if I've only spent like a few bucks on an item, and, you know, I'm trying to sell it for 40 and they ask 30 or 35, you know, I'm definitely going to take that deal. I might even take 25 because I got such a great deal on it. But also, too, I don't want to go too far off what, you know, the going market rate is as well, too. I don't want to shift the whole market. You know, I would like to keep those prices up, not just for everybody else, but also if I find those items again in the future. So, always try to get a good deal. Always ask. It does not hurt to ask for a good deal. Get to know people, especially at flea markets and Goodwills. You know, I won't, you know, I will get better deals from time to time from Goodwills, and I try not to take advantage of that. And, you know, it's only on items that I feel warrant it. So, and it's primarily geared towards, I'm pretty much using on computer stuff and electronics because most of the time I can't test that stuff out. So I don't want to end up, you know, with a piece of hardware that's basically a paperweight. So I'd like to be able to reduce my risk there. But we're going to get into some items here that I recently sold, and something really cool that I picked up for 25 bucks, and I'll show you right now as well, because we don't just do computer components here. We do a little bit of everything. And so I got some solds here. Oh, bread and butter, first of all. I want to show you guys, I don't just, you know, I want to show you the cool, the unique stuff, the stuff that you might not see everywhere else, that, you know, actually like Circus belt buckle from the other video. You know, I mean, just such a random item that's sold, you know. You wouldn't, you would probably pass it up. I know a bunch of people passed it up at the flea market, but it's just $15. I mean, $15, just some low-hanging fruit there. We probably made about 10 bucks on it, and profit is what it is. And it's an easy shipper, and easy shipper, easy to store, easy to ship, and it's sold within a few days. So, you know, that's like my bread and butter stuff right there. Also, too, you know, I also sell shoes as well, too. So this is like the bread and butter stuff. This is really nothing unique, or, I mean, it's cool, but it's not anything unique or anything, but just some Nike. These are the Blazers. And I don't know if this, I mean, this style was pretty popular several months ago, end of last year. I'm pretty sure they still are, but these ones sold here, you know, 30 bucks for these shoes. Definitely look out for them. When I pick up shoes, I try to get them as clean as possible when I'm buying them initially. So that way, when I get them, really, I pretty much, the bottoms are still a little bit dirty, but I did wipe them down. You know, and they'll wipe down around the edges as well, too. I try not to put too much work into shoes, because, you know, you can really get carried away with cleaning shoes and wasting too much time in doing that. For them to only sell for around 30 or 40 bucks, which is generally where most shoes will land, is around the $30 to $40 range. So you definitely want to buy them, you know, as $10. I mean, a lot of these shoes around me are right around $16. So you pay $16, you're going to make, you know, maybe about $10 after, you know, everything's said and done. I would like to make a little bit more than that. So we always try to shoot for at least 15. Obviously, more is better when it comes to profit. So 16 is really, really what I can't pay. So, or I prefer not to pay, unless it's going to be a shoe that's going to sell for definitely 40, maybe 50, $60. Then I'll definitely be looking to pay that. But it's actually not very common for shoes to go that high. I mean, you really got to get into your, you know, your Jordans and, you know, your higher end Nike shoes, your On Clouds that are in good condition, your Hokas that are in good condition. Then you can start paying that kind of money for them. But for the most part, generally, shoes are going to sell between $30 to $40. You know, if you get them like this, if you get these kinds of shoes, some Nikes in good condition, you know, modern brands, popular brands that everybody likes, running shoes, workout shoes, those will sell. Like these ones right here. I was just working on some shoes right now, as a matter of fact. These are actually Mizuno's. Definitely look out for it. They have that unique little design on the side. These are the Wave Prophecy 3s. Wave Prophecy 3s. These should sell for like $50. So these ones I picked up, these were actually priced at $8 at a Goodwill. So they really, you know, they'll price up the Nikes, the Adidas, the Hokas and all that. But some of the other random brands, definitely look out for it, because they will fly under the radar. So these should sell for right around 50 bucks. Those are just listed. But this is like bread and butter right here. These, I mean, Nike shoes. I mean, come on, Nikes, everybody knows that brand. Adidas, everybody knows that brand. So keep your eye out for them. If you find them for a great price, they'll sell pretty well. And they got to be in good, you know, decent condition. You know, you don't want to spend too much time cleaning them. That's enough of that. Those are going out tomorrow. So I'm shooting this at night. What's today? It's Tuesday night, so I'm finishing this video on a Tuesday night to have this out on Wednesday, which is when these items will go out. So 2 other unique items, and items I personally like. Not that I don't like shoes. I do have a rather large shoe collection as well, too. But here's a mouse. This is a trackball mouse. And it's an older trackball mouse. Definitely, you guys know my previous videos, I've talked about mice. I have 1, 2, 3 trackball mice that I use regularly all the time. Because I don't know, I have 2, 3 keyboards now that I use regularly all the time. So I don't know, something I just collect and I like, and I don't know, I like to bounce between different mice and keyboards and all that. But this is not one of my favorite trackball mice, but it's still one that sells pretty well. Sold for $50. This was a saver. See, it was $4.99 or $5.99. I'm not sure. But this is the Marble Mouse USB. And now, when it comes to these trackball mice, the ones with because there's some newer models that have, and these are, I'm talking about Logitech, Microsoft, the major name brand ones, Kensington. When the ball's in the center and you control it with your fingers, the ones you control with your thumb aren't that desirable. But if you find them, for like $1 or $2, those will still sell pretty well. And if you find a brand new, obviously, definitely pick them up. These ones here that you can control with your, your your pointer finger, your middle finger here. Those are the ones that are more desirable. And this one is one of them. So this sold for $50. Now, Kensington makes some great ones, and I've sold those before in the past. Logitech, I don't think makes any like in this style anymore. And neither does Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't sell any of these in this style anymore. So these ones are pretty desirable. Look out for them. You can sell just the trackball mouse. So this is a Logitech mouse. You can see just little black dots all over the place. Let me show you a Microsoft one, because you can sell just the trackballs by themselves. The Microsoft one looks like this. It's different, and make sure you get it right. But this is the Microsoft one right here. So as you can see, this is just has little circles, little bullseyes, I guess, or something all around it on the inside. So if you see anything like this, pick it up. You can probably sell this for $20 or $30 by itself. And then here's the Logitech one as well too. So there's the Logitech. Oh, actually, there's the 2 right there. Maybe that. Hopefully that focuses. Yeah, you get them back to back there. So. You can sell these individually, because these do come out and they will get lost. As a matter of fact, are they all the same? Yeah, they're all the same size. Another one. Actually, this is a. So here is another. This is another Logitech one. This is actually bigger than this one. So if you'll see here, there's this one here, which is the one I just sold, and this is actually mine from another Logitech trackball mouse. But you can see the size difference there, though. But the actual dots on the inside are the same. The same type of dots, just a larger ball. This one goes to an older style of trackball mouse that uses what's called a PS2 connection, which is the previous or the precursor to USB. Well, precursor to USB peripherals. It's the wording, I should say. So $50 for that one. Look out for these little trackball mice. The ones that you can control like this with your 2 fingers up here. Thumb one's okay too. It's just not as desirable. And I do believe they have some other like off-brand ones they sell on Amazon and stuff like that too. Which I don't really have any. Data, or I don't really pick those up. Well, I don't really see them, so I don't really pick them up. So look out for the Logitech, Microsoft ones. They're the best. And then a keyboard, a really great keyboard sale. This one sold for $77, but this is it's not wireless. You have to plug in a micro USB. But look out for this brand. It's called Have It, Havit is the brand name. You can see the model number. They have different models, but this one here actually sells for more than the other ones. The other models of this do sell for right around $30 to $40. Kind of like the shoes. But this model here specifically goes for between $60 to $100. And this is sold right in between that, $77. Does light up. It's just a really small, compact gaming computer. It has blue switches. You can actually see them underneath, kind of underneath there. And the switches are the, what gives you that little sound there. So the tactile function, the tactile feel. Cherry MX, I think are, everybody has their own preference as to what they actually like. But I think Cherry MX, in my opinion, I like Cherry MX. But I mean, I like this one too. So this is a really cool one. This one I was using for a while, and I finally decided to sell this one. I have some other keyboards that I'm using now too, and this one was just kind of sitting to the wayside. It's a little bit too compact for me, so I kept it around because I just really like the feel of this keyboard, and then the cord kept getting in the way for me, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna sell it. And it's sold in a matter of about 2 or 3 hours of me listing it. So look out for it. Really cool little keyboard. When it comes to keyboards, and when I spot them, I kind of give the weight test a little bit. Well, actually, I'm walking by. You might see me in my videos. I'll kind of just hit the keys, and if I get the feeling from the keys, from hitting the keys, that it might be something special, then I'll take a second look and I'll kind of pick it up. Then you kind of want to give it the weight test, just kind of see if it has a little bit of a weight to it. It might be a sign of a little bit more of a premium keyboard. And then you guys know, ergonomic ones, I pick up ergonomic ones all the time. I stick to Microsoft, Logitech. Look up the brand names. Look up the model numbers. Microsoft and Logitech are two of the best ones, top ones. There are others out there. A little more obscure brands that also sell incredibly well for great profit that I've sold for in the past. But one way just to quickly identify them is to feel the keys, and they feel kind of good. And then the weight as well too. Then you can obviously keyboards and stuff like computer stuff. You can easily look them up. They have the model, they have the name and everything usually stamped right on the back. So have it. Great keyboard to look out for. They make some great gaming keyboards. I really do like it. But, it's going to a new home, so I can't keep all my keyboards. I'll run out of room around here. So, a few great sales right there. A couple of unique items as well too. I'm almost tripping over things down here. Okay. Now, what I wanted to show you was a great piece. We don't just pick up computer stuff. We don't just pick up shoes, bread and butter. We look out for cool, unique items. This thing is really cool as well, too. And it's a bronze piece. Oh, man. It's really heavy. And bronze should be heavy, so... But, look at that. Pretty cool. It's by Frederick Remington. The title of the piece is The Northerner. And this thing is incredibly heavy. Now, packing-wise, piece of cake. However, this is probably about 18 pounds right here. It's incredibly heavy. For its size, it's kind of, for its size, it's a little bit deceiving as far as the weight goes. But just a really nice piece. This should sell for right around $200, between $200 and $300. $300 might be a little high for this piece. Probably a $200 piece right here. But if you find bronze, and bronze is, it's going to be, first of all, it's going to be incredibly heavy. Bronze just has a certain look to it, like a very antique-y look. And obviously the weight will give it away as well, too. But bronze pieces do tend to bring a pretty good premium, especially if you get it for the right price. So, flea market find. Go out to the flea markets. You find incredible stuff out there. And people at the flea market, most of them, the ones at least I deal with, are in the business of just moving items, moving products. So they just want to get it there to the flea market, and they want to get it sold. Most of them don't want to bring it back. They want to just sell through everything. Which is why, you know, sometimes I'll say that Fridays are dollar days. Everything's usually $1 on Fridays. Why? Because everyone just wants to clear out their inventory. Everyone wants to clear everything out and move on to fresh new inventory, especially the people that buy storage lockers, because, you know, they're constantly going through storage lockers all the time, so they can't keep all that stuff. I mean, I know some of them that have storage lockers and they're buying other storage lockers, so they're filling their own storage lockers with stuff. But, you know, you reach a point where you just got to start getting rid of stuff. And how do you do that? Just offer great deals. So look out for those people. Look out for the storage locker buyers. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about the items that I picked up in the Goodwill haul. I'm going to the Winchester Mystery House this Friday night. There's a special event. They're doing a ghost hunting event with Taps. If you guys remember Taps from Discovery Channel. This is Taps of West Coast. They're hosting a ghost hunting event. Let me know down in the comments down below if you guys want to see any footage from that. They are allowing us to bring cameras, and we can not only take photos but also record. They will have equipment for us to use as well too while we're there. So if you guys want to see that in a video, I'll probably, you know, tack it on instead of doing one of these. Yeah, depending on how much footage I get. Yeah, if you guys just want to see a standalone video like that, maybe I can hopefully get enough footage for that, or I can tack it on to the end of the video. Let me know if you guys are interested in any of that. Otherwise, it is the Winchester Mystery House, so, you know, if you guys haven't been to it or if you guys are curious about it, I can, you know, pop that footage here on the channel. Otherwise, hit the thumbs up to like the video. It really helps with the algorithm. And subscribe if you want to continue to see content from me. Hit the thumbs up button if you want to get notified when those comments, when the video gets dropped, which is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, usually right around midday, depending upon where you are in the world. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching.
They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Welcome to the Goodwill. Today's President's Day, Monday, President's Day. So they have sales, they have doorbuster deals, usually around 35% off until about 11 or 12 if I remember correctly. And then sales throughout the day. Nothing crazy, but still, every discount is, you know, is much appreciated to so that way we can keep our buy cost down. But let's get in there and see what we can find. President's Day today. Check out the deal, see what they got. No music yet, so that's good. Maybe we'll be able to film in the sporting goods section. But let's see what we got out here. Candles. Here. I can use that metal rack there. I see Steve walking that way. Let's come around over here. Toys look a little crazy. Let's go this way, actually. Just mix it up a little bit. We found that power supply over here the other day, which was a pretty cool find for me. What else we got? Pottery. Okay. So we got the Aston Martin. Dope. Dreams. Which we'll take. Nutra blender. $14. You know, the Target one, they don't have a good discount on them.
And it's a great secret. The discount is not like IOS type.
What's up, Joe? How you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, boss. Good to get in.
Cool.
Not so much.
So far, okay. I mean, just okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I still haven't gone through all the shells yet, though.
So I think that's going to be like 20%.
But you know me, I gotta pick up my Legos, dude. Whatever the price is, basically, at this point, whether it's worth it or not.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Oh, let's go. Matter of fact, the video I was uploading today I got hit with a copyright because of this aisle right here. There's a speaker right above this aisle, so let's take a look while there's no music. Ooh, Oakland A's. What is this? Kmart. Oh man, that is pretty. That is old. We gotta buy that. I mean, I'll look this stuff up that I'm picking up. There's a little like hoverboard thing down there. Nah, I don't want to bother with it. We got some bats here. If I have time, I might go swing by another Goodwill. I do have to put in some hospital work today, so. Reggie Jackson, that's nice. Yeah, it's getting $7. We'll look it up just because it's Reggie Jackson. Legend. Yeah, so I can't be out and about for hours. But I gotta put in my time today and then have the rest of the week to do this. Golf clubs. Okay, you guys heard me talk about the Dreams. The Dreams is unique to Lego. It's not like anything. Hey, some Lego sets. It's probably too much, but I always buy Legos. I can't stop it myself.
They're complete. It's like it'll take a couple days to sell.
Exactly. Nothing here. Let's check out our tech. You know I love the tech. You know, I don't think I've put in a recent video some graphics cards I found, which I probably will, but I did put it in a short, so if you guys want to take a look at my shorts, I have it out there. Look out for some graphics cards, GPUs. The only issue is, you know, you really got to be able to test them to get maximum profit out of it. But if you find it brand new, which would be rare on a graphics card, if you find it brand new, obviously, you know, that's an easy sell. The keyboard. Flat. What is this? Logitech. You guys see me. I always sell Logitech. I always pick up Logitech, but this is not. It's like a little tablet or phone, Bluetooth thing. Not worth it. I do want to check out over here. Production.
Those are really sturdy. I mean, it's 35% off. Is the extra 35% off? That's right, you don't use it.
Another Lego set, but this is, it's open. I did not go look at the glass. I kind of glanced at the glass. Oh, something just ate it. One moment. Okay. Let's see. That's a cool puzzle. Not really worth anything, but it is cool. Not really seeing anything else here. Cool furniture. So the way the deals usually roll, there's a higher discount on items that are donated, and then lower discount on items like this, which come from Target. Pretty easily identifiable by these gray tags here. Ooh, I just saw the price on that. Ooh, a little warm in here. Okay, let's run through our progress. I should probably go check out the glass, is what I probably should do. Alright, let's go take a look really quick. Alright, the glass wasn't that great over there. So.
Oh yeah, he's over there.
Hello, morning, morning. Oh, what do we got here? Looking for those good old Jerry Garcia ones. Not really seeing anything though. Yeah. No. Person don't look very good. Okay. Really need to, oh man, there's music over here. I was about to say I need to take advantage of there not being music, but alright, let's go this way. Come on this way. Oh, someone grabbed that rack. Dinos. Alright, well, let's, well, I definitely gotta look this up. Legos are, yeah, like I said, I'm always buying. Definitely gonna look up the gloves, and let's just check out these end caps. Nothing. Colorado mug. No. Bath oil. Oh, that's. I don't know about that. I don't know. Okay. Let's check out the metal section, I guess. It's heavy. National Zoo in Washington. Just a souvenir piece, nothing pretty fancy. Made in India. Oh, I know. Alright. Alright, let's start back over here. You know, we might, because I'm not finding anything really that great. That's kind of cool. It's not anything, it's not worth reselling, but it is cool. Alright, I'm gonna quickly look up those gloves and make sure the prices aren't outrageous on Legos, but we do get a discount. But I might move over to another Goodwill today. Jackson might be 20-25, although there's quite a bit of damage on the side. It does have, see, it's missing the leather right here. It's on the inside, they just pulled it through, so sometimes it can be restrictive on the thumb here, so some people just don't use it. But it's there, which is great. So I might pick this up. We're going to get a discount on that. Look what I found, though, for the collection. Deneen. It's in great condition. I've never seen the shape before, either. Big Sur, California. There's the marking on the bottom. So pretty cool. This will probably go for a little bit more. This might go for about 20 if you were to resell it, but I'm not reselling that. There was a little spoon inside, I guess. It was like that. I get the spoon with it. I can't find anything on this, but I'm going to pick it up because it is Kmart, it is Coca-Cola, it is Oakland A's. It's a really cool just souvenir piece, so. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Okay, there's a cool decanter. I mean, it's not necessarily a cool decanter, it's very low quality. One thing I look for in decanters is make sure this makes a very, so I don't think this goes with this, but you want to make sure that this makes a seal here, so there should be some grinding going on here between those two parts of the glass. This one doesn't, so leads me to believe this probably had some sort of a plastic or silicone, and those I pass up all the time. Something like this. This one has cork, but well, actually it has some sort of plastic or silicone there, so these ones are a pass. Right here, for those that may be interested or curious, this would have something dangling on it, and it would have sand down here. It's kind of like a Zen garden type of thing. Not very valuable. Kind of nicely made. Etched. No. This is handcrafted in Mexico, recycled glass. Kind of got a crackle look to it. It was probably pressed into something to create this sort of, in my opinion, brain-like pattern as it was being made. Kind of cool. Cool. How much is it? $5.59. It's kind of like a little guacamole dish is what I'm seeing here. It's very heavy. Not really a brand name on it or anything, but it's recycled glass. It is made in Mexico. Pretty thick. I'm probably gonna pass on it. All right, let's see what else, and then maybe we'll move down the road a little bit. Try to decide which direction to go in, north or south. Oh, puzzle. Here, move those out of the way. Gotta shift some stuff.
There's wax for your legs. Oh shit. That'll work.
It's all puzzles?
All puzzles, man. Alright.
No, man.
I'm just buying the whole.
Yeah, there you go. You gonna pick that up?
Nah, it's not.
No. Oh, man. Sure. Dang, dude.
It's
the heck, dude?
what's it called?
Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. Here.
It's what's top. You know, that might be good.
Mounted against the wall? Looks like a wall mount going on. Yeah, probably not.
Thanks, David. Put everything in my car. Here, David, you stink.
Oh, sorry. As you saw there, got a little crazy when a cart came out. Everybody's looking for the deals. The music's on now. That cart appeared to just be puzzles and nothing really interesting. I might go take a little bit of look once, some of the, I mentioned this before, once the top kind of gets peeled away, then, I'll go back in and take a look at the bottom. This is a bacon cooker. To tell you the truth, I really don't know how it works, but that's why I picked it up. Nice piece of pottery. Should sell for about $30. Not seeing anything else. I'm still debating whether or not to wait here or move down the line. I'm probably going to move down the line a little bit. I might just go check out that cart one more time, see how it looks in the bottom, and let's see what else the other Goodwills have. Hey everybody, welcome to the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed that trip over to Goodwill. And you know, our Goodwills here, our shelves are just packed full of items. As you see in my videos, you know, there's just tons of stuff that comes through our Goodwills here. And we only pull a small fraction of it. And, you know, everything, there's a lot of stuff going through my mind. And, you know, as we're at these Goodwills, at flea markets, pulling items, there's so much that goes into consideration here. Now, a lot of it is price. Everything will sell at the right price. I truly do believe that. I truly do believe there's a lot of stuff there that I could sell. I see that they do sell. They have they have customers that are actively buying these items. The problem is the price that I have to pay for it to get that merchandise. Is it going to be worth it? Is it going to be worth it to, you know, picture it? Is it going to be worth it to ship it out? Is it going to be worthy of a box, I should say. Like something of that's, you know, pottery or glass, you know, it definitely has to go in a box. Is it going to be, you know, worthy of me putting it into a box, you know? I don't want to put something into a box where I'm only going to make a few dollars on, because the box itself costs about $1. So these are all the things that are running through my mind, and, you know, as I'm searching and looking for items. So just take that all into consideration. You know, there's a lot of work that goes into this, a lot of I guess, brain power, a lot of thinking and everything involved with it. So when you're just getting started out, you got to think of everything. You have to think of, you know, what's it going to take to ship that item? You know, are you even going to be, you know, have the excitement or enjoyment or the drive to even want to list that item and picture it? That's why people end up with such large death piles. They just, you know, they get into the buy, which is the easy part. But then now you got to get it home. You got to make sure it's clean. You got to get the sticker off and get that item pictured and listed, so that way you can start making your money. And then who knows how long that item's going to sit for. So that's the other thing too, is storage space. You know, that storage space is also costing you money. Whether if you have it at home, if you have it in a storage unit. Obviously, if you have a storage unit, you have to pay that monthly fee. I mean, at home, pretty much most people have a monthly, you know, they're paying every month for their home. Whether you buy or rent, whatever it is, you're paying somebody. You know, so that space has a value. And, you know, is that item that you're buying, you know, worth it to take up that space? All this stuff is going on in my mind as I'm trying to also scan for items. So, you get used to it. Becomes secondhand, or second nature. Second nature becomes second nature is the words I'm looking for as you're scanning the shelves, or at the flea market, or at the garage sales. I just don't do too many garage sales or estate sales. Now, just real quick, best prices you can get are at garage sales, in my opinion. Second would be at a flea market, and then third would obviously be thrift stores. Goodwills are included in that as well too. So, you know, I just don't have access to great garage sales. I mean, most of them around here are clothes. I'm not a big clothing person, although I'm going to show you some clothes right now. So, but I'm going to show you a couple of items that sold recently. And these are electronic items. These are older electronic items, and these things still sell. Every time I post little, you know, short videos, you know, whether on Instagram, TikTok, or here on YouTube, people always, you know, people are always like, "There's no way it's going to sell. You can't sell that old stuff anymore. Who needs old digital cameras? Who needs little MP3 players?" But these things do sell. This one sold for $20. Picked this up for $1. There was a guy at the flea market. He just had a bunch of mix, you know, electronics on the ground there. Everything was $1. And so I was willing to take a chance for $1. And sure enough, this works. This is actually Dell. It's, you know, the computer company Dell. This is their competition to, or their answer to, the iPod, Apple's iPod. It's actually a really nice little device. I don't know. It has music on it already. Charges with a mini USB. Not micro USB, mini USB port. And I don't know. I know you needed Dell software to be able to load music on this. Don't know how to do that now. But nonetheless, it works. It has music on it. Actually, there's some Aerosmith on there, which I was listening to. But It's still sold for $1. This has been this old MP3 player. I still have a bunch of old iPods laying around. You know, everybody loves those old iPods. And they usually sell quick. They just don't sell for that much anymore. But people still buy MP3 players. And if you find the right models, the right brands, which Dell is a good one, Creative is another good one, SanDisk. I have a SanDisk one around here somewhere as well, too, that I personally use still. But SanDisk is another one. So there are some great older MP3 players besides Apple iPods that still sell incredibly well. So look out for them. Another cool thing that just recently sold as well. Oh, wait, did I say this all for $20? $20 right there on that one. And you know, then we also sold some bread and butter stuff. You know, where's my phone at? What do we here? Well, we sold a watch, Star Wars watch, some books, Where the Wild Things Are, puzzle, Nike, baseball gloves, some Ray-Ban sunglasses. You know, just some obvious stuff that sells all the time. So my goal here when showing you souls is to show you the unique thing. I think it's cool too. Unique items that you wouldn't necessarily. You would probably pass up. That majority of the people would pass up when they see them. You know, no matter where you're sourcing at. Here's another great item, and this I got from Savers. I'm just unplug the cord here, just easier for me to hold. But this is it's by Grace Digital, but it's an internet radio. So I don't know if this is vintage yet. It doesn't have a date on it, but it's very old. You can, if any of you remember Pandora, you can link it up to your Pandora account. You can just, it'll pull just radio stations from the internet as well too. So, but tested and working, great little. I believe it's also an alarm clock. So it has the snooze button on there, so you can set your alarm. It has alternative plugs back here, so you can plug in a USB stick in there, and you can get some music through there. And then this one here is line out. This red and white one are your AV or audio, not video though, there's no video here, but your audio out. So if you want to connect to some better speakers, you can do that. It also has this is a 3.5 millimeter plug, so if you want to plug in an MP3 player or some other device that plays music, you can plug it in there and it'll play through the speaker on this radio. So this one sold for $59.99. So $60 on this guy, and I found this at Savers. This was $11 at Savers. Well, a little bit less than that because 20% discount. So cool little find there. And then, you know, packaging this really easy. I'm gonna use a 12 by 8 by 6 box, and you know, just a few wraps and bubble wrap, and we're gonna use some packaging paper, and this will go out nice and easy. Okay, now what I wanted to show you was some retail arbitrage I did. We picked up some great items as far as clothing goes, clothing items. I did pick up some jewelry, but it's already been pictured and stored away, and I wasn't sure what box I put them in. I could have looked it up, but I didn't. But I had these readily available because I just picked these up as well too. But this is the brand or designer that you want to look out for when it comes to jewelry that does really well on eBay. Now, it's not going to be, you know, $30, $40, $50. It's going to be more around the $20, $25 range. But Bauble Bar does incredibly well on eBay. Now, the holiday stuff does even better. I remember, not last year, but the year before. Yeah, I believe it was the year before. Was it the year before or last year? Can't remember exactly. But 2 weeks before Christmas, we got a huge bag. We had, I don't know, there must have been 50 or 60 pieces of Bauble Bear. I keep saying Bauble Bear, but it's Bauble Bar Christmas jewelry. And we got it 2 weeks before Christmas. And I sold through about half of that right before Christmas. And the rest of it sold, you know, as, you know, the months went on, because Christmas sells year round. I sold out of it already. But each of those, the Christmas items, went for $25 to $30 a piece. And we had Santa Claus, Rudolph, all kinds of different Christmas earrings. They were all earrings too. But this is what I got at the flea market. I got it for a couple bucks. This was up for $20. This is just a couple of sharks. And the bauble bar are generally just very sparkly, enamel, rhinestone earrings. Very well made earrings. So you'll find these a lot at, I really don't know where they come from because I find them at TJ Maxx. and the Goodwill, of course, and the flea market. So, but bauble bar, look out for it. They do have collabs with other brands like Disney. I have found Disney stuff over at TJ Maxx. However, at TJ Maxx, they're usually priced around, when they're on clearance, that is, because that's when I look for it, around $10 to $12. So it really has to be a good piece because it's really only going to sell for around $20-ish. So, yeah, bauble bar. Look out for it. It is at TJ Maxx. I don't know. I've never seen it at Marshall's or the other discount places like Marshall's and Ross. I've only seen it at TJ Maxx, and I primarily go to TJ Maxx when I'm, feeling like searching for some or doing some retail arbitrage. Okay, I've had great success with clothing at TJ Maxx. Recently, I sold off a bunch of Project Rock by Under Armour sweaters. They had some like sweater hoodies with the cutoffs and everything. That did incredibly well. You gotta look for the clearance stuff though. Don't buy it at full price. Here's some items I picked up at clearance. $29 each is what I paid for these. They did have other pieces, and I was hoping they would price match it because the other pieces were priced at $40. I was like, at $40 it doesn't really make sense. But at $29 it does. And this is, if you're a reseller, you might know of this. You might hear a lot of people talk about this. And you watch other reselling channel, but Peter Millar. And these are Peter Millar, just kind of lightweight little sweaters for the spring and summer. Sometime around California, it gets pretty cold in the mornings, especially during the summer. It'll be cold in the morning and then usually warms up and get hot in the, towards the midday, afternoon, evening, when it starts to cool off again. Especially if you live by the coast. The coast is amazing here in California. I don't know about the East Coast, but here on the West Coast, it is very nice if you're by the coast. We are close to the coast here in San Jose, but if you're up San Francisco and all that, I'm not really a big fan of San Francisco, but San Francisco has some great weather, especially during the summertime. It does get hot here from time to time, really hot, but it doesn't last that long, so it's tolerable. Okay, but Peter Millar, these are some lightweight like sweaters. So we got this one here, and these are all new with tags. That's what makes it worth it, is the new with tags here. So easy to list, easy to picture. There's no cleaning involved here or anything. There's no washing of the clothes. They are already ready to go. They have their tags, and it makes it so much of an easier sale than, having to try to, figure out all the flaws, make sure you fill out your, description appropriately with used clothes, getting it home, making sure it's washed, finding out, oh man, there's a rip in it, there's this in there. When it's new, it's a whole different ball game. It's so easy. Makes life easier for a reseller. So that's one of the reasons why I do like retail arbitrage. It just makes life a little easier for us. Now, there is a cost associated with that. These are $29 each. Now, $29, you might think, dang, $29 for a shirt or for a little lightweight athletic pullover. But because it's Peter Millar, it makes it worth it. These should each sell for right around $70. So, and don't also, we're paying retail. So we got $29 plus tax on that. So we have to take that into consideration as well too. So we paid, what do we pay? Close to like $32 for each of these shirts. So $32 a shirt is quite a bit of money, but we should be making somewhere around double that on each of these shirts. So I don't do a lot of retail arbitrage because I don't like that high buy cost. My preference is, obviously you guys know, to be at the flea market. The other two jewelry pieces that I got with this was a Bobble Bear Mickey Mouse, which should sell for around $25. And then I also got a What was the other thing I got? Oh, yeah, it was a bobble bear too. It was a bobble bear set of earrings, but it was... The earrings were in the shape of like an engagement ring, like a ring with a giant diamond on it. And that actually sells for around $25. So, and those, you know, I paid the earring, the ring earring was $8, and then the Mickey Mouse was $10. So, you know, the buy cost is a little bit high. We're gonna make a little bit less, but for the ease and just the fact that it's brand new, you know, makes it worth it. So, got some great items here. Look out for Peter Millar. Definitely a brand to look out for. As far as the used Peter Millar, it goes, you know, for probably about half that, probably around $20 to $30 for the shirts if it's used. But I got the tags on mine. Here we go. So, if you guys are interested in any more retail arbitrage, let me know down in the comments down below. We could definitely take some more trips out to Ross, and what's the other one? Marshall's as well too. I don't typically find good items at those two. Typically, it is TJ Maxx where I find the best. So, at the best price and the best quality items as well. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. If you want to see another video on retail arbitrage, we could definitely do that as well. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And what else? Thumbs up. Subscribe if you like to continue to see content from me. And hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when these videos drop. It's every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Usually right around midday. But we'll catch you guys in the next video.
They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way.
The video. Welcome to Savers. I wasn't planning on coming today because yesterday was President's Day, so we did do sourcing yesterday on a Monday, which is not very typical. But because of the holiday, you get the extra discounts at Goodwill, so I'm excited to go. And we've got a few things, nothing wild. I'm over here at Savers. Today is say Tuesday, and so it's Senior Day, and it's looking pretty busy. We're gonna get in there, see what we can find, buy and sell on eBay, buy low, sell high. I'm not really going with the intention of really buying anything because I don't really need anything. So we're just looking for big hits, and hopefully we can find some cool stuff that I can show you guys. Yeah, let's get in there. Yes, please. Just gonna take a look at a couple things. I'd like to look at the necklace, the pink one, the Juicy Couture. Yes, yeah, that one right there. Thank you. Okay, I'll take this.
The one is?
Yes, and
what
then
is your name?
Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Yes, and I'm gonna look at a camera on that side too.
Gilbert.
Yes. Perfect. If I can see a camera, it's right next to the pink, purple shoes right there. The one inside the bag right here, that one. Yes. Oh no. Alright, let's see what the price is on that. Oh no, do you know what the price would be on that? They didn't put a price on it.
Oh, yes. Okay. One moment.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so we're gonna get the Juicy Couture necklace. It's got like a Cuban link to it. It goes for about $50. What we're looking at. So 20 bucks, 20% off. We should be okay on that one. I was looking at the Olympus camera, which did not have a price tag on it. She took it to the back and they priced it at 20 bucks. So we would not be able to pay that for it. It probably only goes for about 30. Only at 7 megapixels. Let's see. Oh, that was weird. I didn't see that coming. I thought that was attached. Then I looked at a watch there. It was just really loud right now. I'm going to circle back and show you guys a watch that was of interest, but I don't know. I just didn't get good. It just didn't look right for some reason. But let's check out these shelves. See what we can find. I'm going to go check out the other side. Oh, damn. Trinket box. Anything inside? Trinket box. Just $19.99. Really busy in the glass figurine aisles. This is a dead aisle. Not too many people want the paper or basket stuff, wire stuff. Nobody really wants to be that. It's packed everywhere else. What is this? Multi-purpose tape dispenser. Doesn't feel very heavy. Kind of a cheap one. Or maybe something I can use. But no. A little Bible cover. Leather. No, not leather. I think portfolios can be okay. I mean, this. Trying to remember different brands that I look out for. Like, I know when I see it. Just like a song. Yeah, you always know when you. This would be good if it wasn't personalized. Decent brand. Yeah, it's kind of like a song. You kind of, you'll remember it when you see it, but when you try to call upon it in the moment, you can't. But I've mentioned several on my channel to look out for. So, Field & Co. Dignity Health. No. Yeah, nothing really here. Let's go check out another aisle. Something to look out for. I don't think this is really worth it. It's clean. It's from Alani, Disney. It doesn't have any Disney branding on it. I really like these. I have one already. This one's kind of got some funk on the inside. Oh, it's cracked too. Never mind. That's pretty cool. I like those. I would have picked that up, but this is a long Disney. There it is. A long Disney souvenir mugs, souvenir popcorn buckets from Disney do really well. I don't know about this one. I'll take a look. But this is in Hawaii, so I mean, a lot of people go to Disneyland, a lot of people go to Disney World, but Disney Hawaii, I've never been. I'll pick that up though, just in case. We'll do a lookup. It's worthy of a lookup. This is a cool Starbucks. This one comes off, comes off so you can hook it onto something. I might take a look at this. Not even used. $10 though. Holy cow. We'll take a look. Yeah, what are we looking for? Let's see what's in the Janine mugs. Nothing really. Okay, let's go this way. Are we recording yet? There's always a little bit of a delay when I hit the start button. But I think we're gonna pick this up. Now, typically, I would not pick this up, but it has Texas Longhorns etched into it. $5.99. Texas University. My whole family, actually I think both sides are mostly from Texas. So got a huge Texas family, so I'm definitely picking that up. I am not from Texas. I am from here. San Jose or Santa Clara County, whatever you want to call it. That could be sterling silver around it, but based on my history, not really worth it. Okay, keep waiting for the camera to start. There's always a bit of a delay, but check out this picture I got. Texas Longhorns, Texas University. It's not something I would typically pick up, but because that has it etched in there, oh, that is really cool. And I have a huge family in Texas. My parents are from Texas. So for $5.99, we're definitely going to pick this up. It's just a nice picture. I'm going to see if there's any more, maybe cups like this with that etched in it. But let me tell you, Texas people are die-hard people. Trust me, I have a lot of family still in Texas. See any more? I see another picture over here. This one. That one is not. Let's see, maybe a glass. Pardon me. Okay, we're gonna go. We're going to double check the glassware and see if there's anything etched with that Texas Longhorn logo. We're in the appliance section, and if you guys watch my videos, I'm not a big appliance person. Why? Because I don't like it. And if you don't like it, odds are you're probably going to be hesitant in listing it and testing it. So... and if something that just sits there, it's just profit that's just wasting away. Oh, sorry. What is this? What is this? What, stoneware? Pot? It's nicely made. I mean, the lid is nice. The pot? What is a bean pot? I mean, let me scan it really quick. It's kind of nice. Music's so loud. A new song, but it's a good song. Oh, there's a chip. No, I was gonna put it in the cart, but not with that chip. Do a little bit more investigative work. No, I just have a reason to leave it behind. So the music's so loud. We're not gonna pick that up. And this is a lid for a Instapot. Turns it into an air fryer. But I already have an air fryer, so we don't need that. Let's check out the next aisle. Mike, Golden State Picker, walk on by. So I'm pretty sure he covered all the golf clubs already, so I'm not gonna really bother looking through them. And probably gone through a lot of this larger stuff already, so some of the large electronics and stuff, you know. I watch his videos quite often. He does pick those things up. So if he's been through this area already, there's probably not much for a reseller. I didn't see him have anything in his hand or anything, but pretty sure if there was some good profitable items, he would have picked it up. Nice turkey. That's funny. I think my childhood there. But just because there are other resellers, everything in the area, doesn't mean that there's nothing left. We can't know everything. It's a little loud, and I don't see anything over here on the toys. I'm gonna check the baggies really quick. It's not looking really good here. I mean, there are bags of Legos, but they're mostly loose. I really don't see... I saw a Lego Friends bag with minifigures. You know, when you've been doing Legos for a long time, collecting Legos, you can kind of tell what the sets are going to be based on the colors and types of blocks that are in there. Lego Friends. I mean, Lego Friend minifigures aren't really that great. Again, you want to look out for the... these bags are kind of open too. Star Wars minifigures, older minifigures, the Knights, Forest Men. Yeah, Marvel ones aren't really that great. They want $20 a bag loose. Yeah, no, not for me. But we're gonna go check out the other baggy wall. It's from the Trolls movie. Alright, let's shoot to the other side here. Alright, we're back in the clear glass cup aisle. Let's see if there's any of those Longhorn etch. Maybe there's matching glasses for it. That would be kind of cool to find. It's kind of hard to see the etchings though, especially with clear glass. T-Mobile. No, that's definitely not it. Well, I'm not seeing it. I'm not sure what kind of glasses would go with that. Maybe some beer style glasses. Glasses similar to this, I would think, would be matching. Tequila. I mean, I did look through here already, but maybe some more beer glasses. No. T-Mobile. It's made in Italy. No, it looks like an Irish coffee style glass. No. I don't see any more. I don't see any more Texas Longhorns. So. Plenty of etch stuff, but no Longhorns. I'm gonna go check one aisle that I was kind of boxed out of, and then we'll do the baggy wall. Oh, that is gonna give me nightmares. Alright. Wall of bags. Baggies. Is there anything hidden in here? And in the comments, if you see anything, yell it out in the comments. Holiday collectible. Speaking of collectibles, if you guys are into collecting Hallmark ornaments, we're just at the Hallmark store, 75 or 70% off all their Hallmark keepsake ornaments right now. But it excludes the Haunted Mansion ones, which I was finally able to get at least 2 of them. They had them in stock, so those will be for next year's tree, or this year's tree, I should say, because we're in February already. This could be interesting. There you go. $3.99 financial calculator. I'll look it up. I always forget what numbers are the holy grail here, but we'll look it up. Easy to look up. Yeah, the calculator should be further that way, because that's where all the electronics are. Let's put the Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss Flask. $49.49. Yeah, nah. Might be like $10, so yeah, I think that's like $1 for me to even consider it. Party supplies. Here's a reusable coffee filter. Never resold those. Never found any that were worth it. This. No. Little laser engraved things, paperweights. I just sold one actually recently. It was a Hello Kitty. It was $22. Generic ones I wouldn't mess with. I mean, well, they have to be good subject matter. It really depends on the subject matter. Alright, I'll get back to you if I find anything of interest here. Okay, so I put the Disney mug back. It's not going to be worth it. This would probably be worth it. It's not used, but it's been, this rubber is kind of getting old. I did find this. This is an NVIDIA. You notice by that logo right there. Shield. So this is a controller for an NVIDIA Shield tablet. $6.99. Should sell for $30. But I'm going to go check the glass again. I'm going to go see if there's an NVIDIA Shield tablet in the glass that may have been donated. The issue is, because it's in the glass, it's probably going to cost a little bit if it is there. But let's slice our way over there. Don't know if I picked these up last time I was here, but Mexican glass. Pretty cool. Not worth reselling though. It's a cool glass, but it's studio crystal. Made in China, not really worth it. I mean, yeah, it's got some issues as well too. Little market, no.
Buenos días, sacando en la tienda. Ya sé. ¿Verdad? Aquí ando en mi tienda favorita, apenas llegué.
What is it?
It's a graphics card for a computer,
Nice.
but it's an old one though.
Oh, okay.
So it's not, you know, just wanted to see what was, yeah.
Aquí ando.
Actually, yeah.
No, ya me salí, ya tengo desde las 11 acá.
Ah, get back in there.
Allá hablas ratito.
All right, I'm gonna pass on this as well for, it was what, 100? Yeah. I'll pass on that for 100,
Wow,
yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
No, I can do it.
Okay, thank
there.
you.
There you go. Perfect. There you
you
go.
so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Oh, pardon me.
Were you here before him?
I go outside.
One of the area I just came out of. There's a couple of women there now, but there's also a couple other people hanging out there. They're just
Sit down, you're gonna fall.
kind of sitting there,
We're going.
waiting for. What did I do? Oh, what's that? Oh, thought I saw something there. But they're just kind of waiting there for carts to come out and then going through it, loading up what they want. And one of the employees was talking to the manager about them. But they're here all the time, so it's not like something unusual. It's every Tuesday. Nothing really they can do, I guess. Alright, well, got 3 things. Oh, I actually got 4 things. I have the necklace waiting for me. That should be a pretty good score. Tailor-made hat, $8.99. No. Alright, so that's a glass pitcher. I'm gonna say about 75 on that one. 30 on that. That's, I don't know. 30 maybe? We'll see. I grabbed a little lantern, but I'm gonna put it back. I thought we might need that, but no, I have a bunch of flashlights and stuff already, so. Let's get on out of here. Hey everybody, welcome to the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed that trip over to Savers. Savers isn't one of my favorite places to source at, but they do have some great stuff from time to time. The prices are a little bit higher at Savers, so make sure you get that 20% off coupon by donating an item, donating something to them. Then you get that 20% off coupon, and it makes it a little bit better. I still prefer Goodwill and flea market, but usually the jewelry at Savers is better than Goodwill and the flea market, and sometimes better pricing as well too, even better than the flea market. Now they do have watches as well too at Savers, and I have found some great deals on watches there, but really where I find the best deals on watches are over at the flea market. And then you start to learn, you know, as you're in your journey of sourcing, you'll start to learn which places have the best, you know, pricing, or the best clothing, or the best, you know, like for me, computer stuff, glassware, toys, and then you start targeting those categories as you start visiting these different locations. So Savers is good. It's definitely something to add into, you know, our route. And, you know, your guys' mileage may vary depending upon, you know, your location. So that was a cool little trip, and we're going to go over some items that we sold. And, of course, yeah, I'm going to touch on some talking points. And, you know, it's not, you know, what I like to do with these little talking points is not necessarily, you know, just, you know, talk about reselling or, you know, kind of like life in general, because, you know, reselling is a part of my life. You know, it's a part of, you know, it is somewhat of a job, but it's also something that I enjoy. And, you know, like I've said before, we really got to enjoy what we're doing. You know, then it becomes more than just a job. You know, it's, you know, if you don't love your job, then, you know, I've always said, you know, try to find something that you do love. Otherwise, it's just not going to make life very fun. Because we all got to earn, you know, unfortunately, we all have to earn a living, you know. We all have to earn money. We have to earn, you know, money to pay for things. Basically, you know, our house, our cars, you know, gas, all that. So that is the thing. So definitely try to find something that you do love. And if you're here on YouTube, you're watching this video, and you're a reseller, you probably love reselling as well too. So and for me, it's all about the hunt, the journey. You know, the finding all these great items. And I have some great items to show you guys. Unique items as well too that sold over this is coming out on a Monday, which is after the weekend. Duh. Yeah, duh me. But this is coming out on a Monday, and so we have a bunch of sales over the weekend. I'm going to show you some unique things that really sold that you should be on the lookout for. But for me, it's always the thrill of the hunt. And I released a video on Saturday, which is not a typical, you know, release video. But I was able to go over to the Winchester Mystery House with my wife, and they had a very special event. So, you know, we've been to the Winchester Mystery House. It's in our city of San Jose, and it's actually a not a national landmark, but a city landmark. And it's, you know, the story of Sarah Winchester and, you know, the Winchester rifles and all that. And, you know, it is apparently it is a haunted place. I'm not going to discount that, whether you believe in it or not, you know. And it is something that I enjoy, and I enjoyed more when I was younger. I definitely enjoy it now. It's just you know, got a lot of things going on in life. I really, you know, have a lot of stuff that I'm working on, so I don't get to do any ghost hunting like I used to in the past. One of the most exciting adventures that we had was me and a bunch of friends. We went over to Virginia City, and we were able to spend an evening in the cemetery there. So that was a pretty cool experience. Didn't have any experiences there. You know, you probably heard in the video, the investigators there, you know, doing this thing is more, it's not, you really don't get a lot of evidence in this, you know, and yeah, depending on what you believe, you know, if you believe in it or not, it's just a fun, just adventure to go on, and, you know, just to kind of put your mind into that environment, and, you know, just getting, like, you know, if you like getting spooked, or you know, everybody has their own, you know, some people love roller coasters, some people love, you know, some people are, what do you call it, like, you know, into, what's the word, like living life to the edge, or not, like, or I guess it can go along with scaring yourself for the excitement. You know, that's something that I enjoy, and I enjoyed, you know, in the past more. But so when the opportunity came up to go there, and we were actually able to stay in the actual not stay, but sit in the rooms. You know, usually those rooms are roped off, and during the regular tour, you can walk through it, and it's roped off, so you can't go into the actual rooms. But we actually got a chance to be in the rooms, just sit in the rooms for, you know, for a period of time, which was a really cool experience. Just the history there. It's just a San Jose landmark. You know, the history of it's a part of San Jose history. You know, and I've lived in San Jose my whole life, so. And it's also right next to some great eating, dining areas. It's right next to Santana Row. If you guys are familiar with the area, Santana Row is just a really, it is a very high end. You know, they have a lot of designer brands and shops there. Have I sourced there before? No, but I've sourced across the street at the mall, which is Valley Fair, which also has a lot of designer stuff there. And retail arbitrage is hard, especially in the designer world. That's even tougher. And, you know, buy cost is pretty high, so I have done some retail arbitrage in that arena before. Don't do it too much because, like I said, the buy cost is very high. But, I mean, just going back to, you know, the mystery, the journey, you know, I'm just really into those kind of things, and I think it's one of the reasons why I gravitate towards sciences a lot, and I still study to this day, and investigate, and you know, I've said it before, I'm a huge physics guy, and, you know, I really, you know, I still keep up with latest articles on quantum physics, particle physics, and all that, and just to study the history of not the history, but what makes, you know, what makes life what it is. And this is coming out on Monday, actually, after Easter, which is, you know, celebrated by Christians around the world. And again, you know, religions are just a way of, you know, trying to make sense of life, and, you know, find your purpose, your meaning, and help guide you through this life, and, you know, hopefully into the next life, if you know, whatever you guys believe in out there. And, you know, it's everybody just curious, the curiosity, you know, and that's what really keeps me going, is just that curiosity, that you know, excitement about it's really more about the excitement of the mystery, you know, because if you knew everything, I think if you just knew everything, that'd be kind of boring. I'm just noticing my light's kind of in the camera a little bit here. I didn't position this properly. There we go. Just the journey, you know. I mean, if we knew everything, that's, like I was saying, it'd be kind of boring, a boring life. But, you know, just constantly, you know, making these little small discoveries, and yeah, that's why I love a good mystery, no matter what it is. I love a good mystery, story, a good movie that has a good, you know, good. It's like sometimes, you know, I'm watching a bad movie, you know, and if it just has enough of a mystery to hook me, bad or good, I gotta finish that movie. I gotta know the ending. I gotta know the answer. And hopefully there's another, you know, a movie to follow after that I can find on Netflix or whatever. But, you know, and for me, that's what keeps life interesting, is there's a mystery, and we follow it, try to find answers, and, you know, maybe we do find some answers, and then, you know, we're on to the next mystery. So either way, that's enough about that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I mean, if you guys are into that, that's why I've put on the title, not reselling. So if you're not interested in that stuff, you could just, you know, it's not a reselling video, so you just bypass that. But just a really cool experience. Okay, on to reselling stuff and items that sold. The other day, I released a video. I was talking about some electronic, computer stuff, computer hardware. But here's something to look out for. The challenge with this kind of an item is figuring out what it goes to exactly. But Google Image can help you. These are little I/O shields, or I/O stands for in and out. It's for a computer. This actually goes on the back of computer cases. So if you look on the back of your computer case, you'll see like the USB and all that. This is just a little shield that kind of protects protects the not really the ports, but kind of just protects stuff from going inside the computer. So, but it still gives you access to the ports on the back. So system builders, computer builders, this will come with the motherboard, because these are unique to the motherboards. And this will come with a motherboard, and if you're building a computer like I do, the computer cases will have a spot for this. Some motherboards are, these are becoming pre-built into motherboards. More higher end motherboards, but it's becoming a lot more common that they're built into the motherboard. However, there's still a market for these, and if you find this is a little more higher end one, this little symbol up here, if you guys see that, is that means it's an Asus. It goes to an Asus motherboard. That's the Republic of Gamers kind of logo. So a little bit more of a higher end type of motherboard. But if you see these out here, you can Google image them. They'll generally go for between $10 to $15, depending upon the rarity. If it's for a gaming motherboard, typically it's a little bit more sought after. But this is an older one, and one of the ways you can tell they're an older one is this type of this weird design of a, you typically don't see this anymore. If I'm not mistaken, I believe. Oh, DVI. So that's for an older video connector, kind of like HDMI, but bigger, bunch of pins, all that stuff. So definitely keep your eye out for these little I/O shields. Trust me, like when I find a motherboard and I don't have the I/O shield for it, I'll go onto eBay and look for that I/O shield to try to find it, because this completes the overall build of a computer. Otherwise, it'll have a big opening in the back. So. Okay, that's really cool. I did want to just show you guys that. That didn't sell. That is actually to a motherboard that I have in a test bed. It's an open air system, so I don't really need it, but I'm going to keep it just in case I ever do sell the motherboard. Okay, so cool items that I sold. Matches. Be on the lookout for matches. I think this is the last pack of matches that I've had from a big match lot. So not all matches are necessarily good, but these are old vintage matches. And here's one that's really cool. This is Sugar Bowl. This is a there's Sugar Bowl right here. And that's a ski resort up in, going up towards, like if you're going to go towards Reno, you'll come across Sugar Bowl. And I used to snowboard there a lot. And so, I don't know if Sugar Bowl really sold it or not, but there's some other ones in here. There's like this area services. There's some hotel ones in here. So you don't want to pay too much for these, because you really don't know what's going to sell. And along the lines of weird and haunted and stuff like that, there were a set of matches that I sold in this big old lot. I mean, I bought a whole bunch of matches in a big old bundle. So these didn't really, I don't know, maybe a cent or two per matchbox is what this sold for $9.36, I believe. So it probably came out to like a penny a matchbox, but I made most of my money back with more with other matches like Hyatt, Hilton ones, and actually so a really cool one was, I think there were 2 or 3 matchbooks if I remember correctly. I think they sold for $15. And they actually had, it was from a restaurant. I think it said Agamoto's, I believe. It was an Italian restaurant. But the location was really what sold them. The location, so where the restaurant, so it had like a restaurant name on it. But it said like, I think it was Agamoto's, if I remember correctly. Agamoto's of Amityville, New York. And what is Amityville, famous for? The Amityville Horror. So I put them up there. I put Amityville in the title, and they sold. I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting, pretty cool, especially here in California. I mean, what are you gonna? Not really gonna find so many. You're not necessarily gonna find new items from New York, but they were here. They were in a huge lot of matches. So I already sold a bunch of matches, and this is the last lot. Kind of like miscellaneous matches that I really didn't feel have a didn't really connect. They weren't necessarily all hotel ones or good hotel ones, and so I just kind of lotted these up together and someone bought them. So this profit already at this point on a big match buyout that I did, or I saw them there and I was like, I'm gonna just get all these matches, because I've sold matches before in the past, and these would sell too. So, I mean, it's probably like advertising as well. You know, anybody, you know, that's into advertising, old vintage advertising, you know, and as far as matches go, I mean, I remember, you know, I grew up in the 80s, and I remember these matchbooks. I remember the old cigarette machines where you pull the little tab. Not that I was able to smoke, but, you know, you could pull the tabs and, you know, your cigarettes come out. So, those in every single restaurant that I, you know, we would go to as a kid. I have another item that just sold. Oop, my light's on here. And this is, what did this sell for? Let me just, oh, not this one. Let me just see what this sold really quick. So, I got this little troll guy. And Oakland A's. So, this was a old stadium giveaway. I got a whole bunch of these. And I got them for right around $1 a piece. Now, you know, it didn't sell for a crazy amount of money. It was $9. Oh, I was looking this up really quick. But it's not necessarily the individual price that I was really looking at when picking these up. It was the price overall of what I was going to get on the whole deal. So whenever I bundle something up, you know, I tend to look at the deal as a whole. So not the individual item, not what I'm going to get for the individual piece, but overall what I'm going to get. But this little troll guy sold for $9. So, the little troll guy, you know, everybody likes these little trolls. You found the vintage ones, they do really well. And, obviously, this is, you know, this is a Oakland A's. So, obviously, it's a little bit more. First of all, it's a toy, so it's geared towards toy people. Second of all, it's a Major League Baseball, so kind of geared towards baseball. I think you have the Oakland A's, so yeah, it's a really specific item, but there's a lot of people that are fans of baseball that would probably want this. A lot of people that are fans of the Oakland A's, they remember them from back in the day. You know, and I'm a big baseball fan. You know, I definitely am an Oakland A's fan, but you know, I like just baseball in general, and you know, you'll see me. I collect all kinds of baseball stuff. I just like baseball, so I don't necessarily stick to like one team. Like, I'm not all just Oakland A's geared out, everything. No, I'm not like that. I like all of baseball. So, like, all the teams, you know, even the Yankees, the Red Sox, you know. I even like the Giants. Even though I'm not a big San Francisco fan. I like the Giants. And I will collect Giants stuff as well, too. So, what? Oh, right here. Okay, so we got a glass piece, and this is actually Pioneer Woman. Pioneer Woman doesn't go for as much as it used to. Definitely, the market is pretty overwhelmed, but this one sold for $14. So nothing crazy. I wouldn't pick it up again, and I would definitely some Pioneer Woman. And we sold them before, was the rolling pins. Some of the rolling pins still do pretty good. I don't really know what they go for now or this year because I haven't really found any, so I don't really, you know, look them up. So if I find it, I'll look it up and see what they're currently going for. But I remember we sold one rolling pin for, I think it was $230. The other stuff doesn't really do that well, so I wouldn't be picking this up again. I mean, unless you get it for like 45 cents or 50 cents. So, cool item. Definitely sold. Definitely some profit, but, you know, it has to go in a box and everything. It's glass. I'm going to have to take some time, you know, a little bit of care in shipping it. So, for $14, I'd really not want to do that. So, but another item that did sell really well, it's kind of along the lines of food or dining, are these steak knives. This is the last one I have. I picked up 3 of these. We got them in a big bundle deal. We got them for about $4 a piece, and they've been selling for over $30. This one I took an offer of $33, and it's just a great piece. Silverware. People still buy silverware, even though, you know, you might think, this is brand new, but used silverware still sells. And you know, you want to stick to the major name brands like Oneida, J.A. Hinkles. There are some other higher end ones. Lennox does make silverware as well too. Also, Tiffany makes silverware, so definitely keep your eye out for it. And it does sell really well if you find it. I mean, it's not something that I have found, but I do know they make it, so I do keep my eye out for it. What else was I going to show? Oh, this one here too. Okay, now this is really cool. Now this might look like something that everybody knows, and that's something that a toy line that I don't particularly like. But this does look like it. It's not it, but you might think that's a pop figure, but it's not a pop figure. This is actually the mascot for a website called GitHub. It's a place where you can go download software and stuff. And this is their mascot. So it's Octocat, I believe, if I remember correctly, is the name. That's what I at least put in the title. So just a really cool. This sold for $50. I had this sitting on my desk because I'm a big computer guy, you know, and so you know sometimes I do have to go get software, and you know I do go to GitHub from time to time to download some software, and so I was familiar with this. So when I saw this at Goodwill, I don't remember what I paid for it because I got it such a long time ago, and I've just had it sitting on my desk, and I've been doing some cleaning around here. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and list it. And it's sold within about a day for $50. I think I listed this on Thursday, and it sold Friday afternoon, so it took about a day to sell. But $50, full asking price too. And I did put offers on this because I listed it for $50, and anything generally over $20, I will open up offers on. It really depends what it is and how much I paid for the item, because sometimes if my buy cost was a little bit too high, then I won't do a best offer, or I won't open offers on it initially. I may send out an offer on an item, but generally, yeah, buying stuff at such a low cost that if it's $20 or more, I'll have offers open on it. Because, in my opinion, any profit is good profit, but we do try to stick to around $15 to $20. Per item if we can. Obviously, if we get but like I was saying earlier, if we get a big bundle deal, I'll look at the overall deal as opposed to each individual item. Okay, there was a lot of talking. I'm kind of tired. This is the evening. This is Sunday evening, the day me finishing up this video and getting this out there to you guys. So I hope you guys appreciate the video. And what's coming up? We're in April already, guys, so the time is moving very quickly. Get your items up, get them listed, and I started posting more on my secondary channel. It's just about it's gem shorts. I don't know if I still have it linked down below or not, but just latest in news around reselling, quick little videos on that, but just to kind of pull from that a little bit, is consumer spending is up for the month of February. It's up 0.8%. So it doesn't sound like a big number when you're talking about hundreds of millions of people in the United States. You know, that 0.8% is actually pretty good. It actually beat estimates. So people are still buying, even though everyone was talking about recession, economy going down. People are still buying. Get your items up and listed. I appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up on this video to like it, and I appreciate any new subscribers if you guys enjoy this content, and hit the bell notification if you guys do want to get notified when these videos drop, which all reselling videos drop Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Occasionally there may be some bonus stuff from my life, but typically this is a reselling channel and we focus on that. We'll catch you guys in the next video.